Had I been, but a minute later.
But a minute later.
And anyone watching is now like, what's he talking about? Crap. Good evening, agents. This week we're playing Session 5 of Mage 20th Anniversary Edition Technocracy Reloaded. Last episode, the Amalgam met up with fish and chips after a week of settling into their couple lives. During that week, Walter decided to call up a trickster spirit and attach it to John. That's a good idea. 57 also installed a humor upgrade and decided to try it out at the restaurant. Seeing all the jokes, John tried to join in on the fun, but of course, things got very dark very fast. After an eventful dinner, they decided to work as a group on getting the dirt on Abraxas cyanide. 57 created nanobots to use when they inevitably infiltrate the chemical complex, while Walter, John, and Stance worked together to hack the network of the company. They were able to retrieve quite a lot of data before they ran into the complex's sentient AI defense system. They bailed before they could be traced. Unpacking the information took them all weekend, but in the end they learned that Abraxas cyanide was in fact getting hypertech directly from the Syndicate's Special Information Security Division. Upon learning that at least part of what the mysterious Cassandra complex told them was true, they decided to let John delve into their minds to find out if what they were told about their own pasts was also possibly true. After a harrowing trip through 57's mind, John and Walter together were able to reveal each of the Technocrats' dark pasts. In order to save Stance, the Technocracy fused Shoggoth DNA with his, making him part Eldritch Horror and never telling him. 57 was vat-born and only 3.5 years old. And possibly not real. The two scientists who donated DNA to her creation were apparently killed trying to expose unethical practices within the progenitors. And John found out he was cloned from one of the New World Order's greatest agents, who turned on the Technocracy and was then killed. In the aftermath of these revelations, they received a mysterious text message to meet an unknown contact at a local club if they wanted to know the truth. Upon arriving, before they could meet this mystery person, they were intercepted by more mystery people who identified themselves as Project Invictus agents. This week, we will see the fallout from all these revelations and if the Amalgam can choose a side in this shadowy war, or merely turn on each other. Our Panopticon agents are here and ready to go, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight.
I'm at Space Lord PJs. I am playing the Void Engineer, Stans Tiger, who is just kind of going with the flow, and whatever next secret society comes by, just, okay, yeah, you seem cool. Let's see what you got. And then at the end, then I can be like, well, I kind of like this dude, so I think I'm going to go with him. Thank you for the rest of you for applying, but you just didn't quite make the cut.
I've chosen my favorite zombie dog, the rest are dismissed.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I mean, Hi, everybody. I'm Changeling Ever. My pronouns are they and them. I will be playing 57, who is our android / person / bio machine of doom and horrible puns and a lot of drama. Drama. Because they don't have a mama.
Ouch.
The end.
Oh boy.
Puns were much stronger for the game came on. Just give Ever a little bit to warm up, and Sean will be rolling the dice and attacking set shortly.
100%. I'm Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and tonight I will be playing Jonathan Doman, the Man in Black.
And I'm Eric. I'll be playing Walter. You can find me on the internet at Marone Recluse.
Okay, now that everyone knows who we are, shameless plug time. Please remember to like and subscribe to Vorpal Tales on YouTube. Follow on Twitch, leave comments. Go to our website, vorpaltales.com, so you can get the link to join our Discord and hang out. Also, come check out our Patreon. Lots of cool stuff going on there. A couple thank yous to Astral Tabletop, providing our virtual tabletop and our music repository. Thanks to my brother at N8Mid for the character sheets in Astral and his spell card. And thanks, of course, to Onyx Path Publishing for making all these awesome games and supporting all their players. And now, on to some hyper science. You were kind of left on a cliffhanger. You were about to head up the stairs to the VIP section of the club when you were intercepted by two people describing themselves as part of a secret agency that you always thought was just a myth that looks suspiciously like Charlize, Steve, or Charlisle? Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron? I guess.
And I forget who we said the other person was.
Clive Owen, I think.
Thank you.
Here's Brosnan, I thought you said, but yeah.
No,
okay, we'll go with
no,
Clive.
James Bond.
Timothy Dalton.
Yes, Timothy Dalton, but younger.
Oh, then I can't go with him. I have a history with Timothy Dalton.
So,
Can it be Clive Owen instead?
yes,
All right, cool.
they're magic men. They can
Particular.
look different to everyone. Yes, to you it looks like Clive Owen.
Sure.
All right, fair enough. Okay.
Give you about 30 seconds to drop back into character, and then you can we'll freeze frame. Club beats are pounding. The shadow of the person behind the frosted glass on the second floor is looking down at you. You're at the foot of the stairs, and the two people came out from the crowd. Told you, come with us, not them.
I think I know how Walter would want to react to these two. He's a con man, a pretty good one too. So he's usually on the lookout to see if anybody's trying to con him. So because it's him, he's probably just going to go along with it. But he's going to be real coy about it, and he's going to try to look for slip-ups in their little story. So he's going to play dumb, go with the flow, and then try to see if their story unravels as he pulls on their string. He's going to go like, oh, hey. He looks at both agents, and he's just kind of like, I can go either way, whichever one of you wants to take me with them. Where's the party?
So both of the agents claim to be with the same organization. You have not yet seen the person who invited you to the club.
Yeah, that's why it makes me more suspicious just because of that. So I'm just studying them and just like playing stupid to see if they slip up with their story or anything.
Now, who are Clive Owen and Charlize Theron? They're
Invictus.
They said they're
What?
from Project Invictus,
which is
super
what?
secret rebel organization within the Technocracy that works to cleanse the evil that supposedly exists within by working with deviants.
Oh,
So supposedly they like me. So I'll try to use that to my
Not
advantage.
just fellow mages. Project Invictus, if rumor is true, works with anyone. Gangbangers, werewolves, ghosts, whatever.
When I
Even,
try to read
the
the-
really weird aliens that call themselves changelings.
Uh-huh.
Without him doing all the playing along stuff like that, can I try to read their body language or pick up on any clues they're giving off to see if they are trying to get us out of here without going upstairs? Just to like do a little quicker.
Well, they actually said that. They said, don't go up there, come with us.
No. Like, are they secretly hostile? Basically.
Oh. Supernaturally, you get nothing. There are nulls and voids, which you know means they have impressive shit. But body language, yes, you could roll any of your skills that begin with Psycho. Does not sound right, but it's still true. Your psychoanalysis, psycho, you got several for analyzing people. Pick the one you think fits best. We'll decide what the difficulty is. Plus,
I couldn't roll like
perception.
Huh. I wouldn't roll subterfuge for it. It would be like alertness.
Subterfuge would be to detect lies, but John can
Okay.
detect a lot of subtle cues from body language beyond that. But yes, for you, subterfuge plus perception, difficulty 8.
And what's my
Ooh,
difficulty for
damn.
my roll?
Depends, which one are you going to use?
I mean, which one would do better for me, psychology or biopsychology?
Biopsychology will be a 6. Psychology will be a 7. The dice pools are the same biopsychology.
Biopsychology.
Oh,
wins.
Jesus. Oh, that was terrible. Holy shit. You got 3. Wow. That was off of difficulty 8.
Sorry, I gotta get my screen set up. I'm on a new rig and a new screen. Nothing's where it's supposed to be.
Walter, you botched.
Wow.
These people are completely trustworthy, and you can learn from them. That's what you think.
Yikes. I got 3.
Jonathan, you got 3 successes. They
Shook off
don't
from me,
appear to
Chief.
be hostile. They're on guard because it seems that they're where you're going to be hostile. They're not here to hurt you. They will defend themselves.
Oh, so they're pretty cute.
That's accurate.
Huh.
Also, the male of the two is a very quiet, studied, and practiced authority. Like, he's been doing this a long time. He's the talker. The female of the two, while quieter. Just from the way she carries herself and moves, probably an extremely deadly warrior.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
And who is it that called us here?
You don't know. You've gotten a name, and you've not met them.
Supposedly they're upstairs behind frosted glass. These guys are intercepting us and be like, no, you don't want to go up there. You want to go with us. That's why Walter's kind of thinking like maybe it's a double blind, but
To
it's too
redefine
cut
the
off
club,
guard because
it's
they're
a
such
two-story-
sexy celebrities.
To redefine the club, it's a 2-story club, and the second story is a balcony, but it's covered with cyberpunk glass that constantly has different things flashing across it, patterns and lights. You can just see shadows behind it. You can't see the people. From the other side, they can see through it like glass. It's like two-way mirrors, but with ads.
Right.
I look them up and down, and I'll just kind of, lean towards the 3 of them. They don't appear to be taking any sort of hostile stance or situation. I think they really do just want to still step outside with them.
What is it?
Do we have any-
lead the way.
Yeah, I mean, can't hurt to hear them out for a second, right?
Step in our van. Step in this dark alleyway with me.
Only if they have cookies.
Precisely.
Sean, what's your
And ice
character's name again?
Stance Tiger.
Stance. As we're walking, I'll just kind of lean into Stance. Have your gun ready.
Do I have my gun?
You're always
I guess
armed
it's-
because you're stance.
I
In
would
this
just
case,
say
it's
okay.
actually a standard civilian sidearm, though. It's nothing special.
Okay, cool. I'll just sort of adjust it for an easy pull.
John, you're always armed too. And
Yes.
the black always carry a sidearm. But
Oh,
you
yes.
also have your injector, part of your body.
Yep, do have my... Yeah. If
Your
that's
other
okay.
two,
Sometimes-
you probably aren't carrying.
Oh, I was gonna
Yeah.
say sometimes
Maybe a
I have a
bomb.
replacement arm.
And Walter probably isn't carrying a gun because whether or not the Technocracy's around, he has a rap sheet just unfurling it.
I'm trying to stay good for my parole officer.
You trick.
Wait, which state are we in again? Yeah, parole officer. They look at you. They look around the club. And they say, "Where should we talk?" I don't think they're gonna let us leave.
Wherever you want to go, sweetheart.
Is there a
I want a really awkward hard cut to happen right now.
like just in the bathroom?
Yep, that's exact. I want it to be a very that tense situation. Where do we go right now? They're not gonna let us leave. And then it's just like a flush, and then a hard cut to 4 of us and the 2 of them in the bathroom.
But then you could do like the sort of
Kinky.
like you could subvert it and be like it was a flush, but because we're in the like janitor's closet between the 2 bathrooms, and you can still hear all that stuff.
Yeah, however you want to play that.
Wherever
Oh,
there's plenty of
really?
white noise, I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Yeah.
They take you to the table farthest away from the dance floor. The one in the corner that has the bad view and the bad lighting. No one sits at. And you all sit down at the table.
Oh yeah, like
The
this.
female looks at you, Walter, and says, "Don't call me sweetie again,
What do you want me to call you?
ma'am."
Very well, ma'am. Can I get your number? I imagine
She says-
you already have
She
mine.
says, "Sure, let me see your phone."
Sure. Slide it right over. See what she's doing.
She picks it up, turns it away from you, pushes button, says, "Oh, whoops," and hands it back. All your data's been wiped.
Oh,
Sorry.
that sucks, bro.
I must have
Too bad
hit
for
the
my
wrong
parole
button.
officer.
All right, can we just stop with the hostilities and you guys just tell us what's going on?
We told you what's going on. We're the Project Invictus. Join us.
Yeah, you might
Cool.
want to start with maybe you tell us what that is for all of us who, don't know what you're talking about.
As far as you're concerned, Walter, says the guy now, we're super spies. Really good at it, too. You know, like James Bond.
Sounds fancy. I don't believe you though.
I mean,
All right,
honestly, it doesn't matter. It only matters what they think.
right, but
Oh, I get it. Okay.
So-
Go on. Go ahead. Kind of sits back and lets them talk.
a little bit of good faith. Who are you preventing us from talking to upstairs?
We're not sure who it is that called you here, and that's the problem. We became aware of the fact that you were understanding your true past by unlocking your memories at the same moment whoever this was did. Whoever it is, it's not Technocracy, and it can't be good if they know what's happening with it.
And how did you know that information?
They both look at 57. Mimetic process is designed to send a signal across the internet in the case that certain memories are unlocked.
You were using my eyes to spy on me?
No. That would be visual, not mimetic. Sure, this guy might not know what mimetic means. But you don't care!
You
No,
sound
when
surprised.
memories are unlocked in your brain, you send a signal to a satellite that tells us about it. Because you're part computer.
Walter kind of chuckles at that.
It was programmed into your form.
Well, that's just rude.
It was done as a failsafe so that we could come protect you if you became aware of your nature.
Oh, protect. Okay. Yeah, I'll believe that. Did you like that? That was sarcasm. I just installed it.
Is that double speak for cover up?
Is there
No,
any way
it
that
was a failsafe installed in 57 by Dr. Rubicon. That's so many names.
Rubicon.
Dr.
names,
Mike
okay.
Rubicon.
is there any way that we can look back at our data and see if such a thing happened at the time?
It came out of 57. You don't know how 57 works. It didn't come from your device. 57 is part machine.
Right.
She has a
But there's-
Wi-Fi connection. They have a Wi-Fi connection built in, apparently.
And there's no way we would have known that would have happened?
No way you can tell that, because it's inside of them.
You mean I could have gotten a Wi-Fi signal for my phone this whole time?
Yeah, actually.
What you do know is you all shared the memory 57 had, and the scientist who saved her, his first name was Mike. The one who said
Oh.
he would stay when her parents left and were killed. You didn't get a last name, though.
I mean,
A lot of Mikes in the world.
57's a hotspot. That solves a lot of problems.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. If it was just an internet connection, it wouldn't do any good.
So,
They look at you, 57 though, and they're like, you could install a Wi-Fi signal.
I knew that.
You use the same tech that's in John's glasses and just install it into your head.
So, kids, group vote. Do we go with Morpheus here, or do we go meet the Merovingian?
Doesn't matter to me. They're all the same shit.
Good point.
That makes
What do
the
you-
guy laugh, and he says it's an apt allegory.
What do you want with us?
We want you to join us, become one of us.
It's
Help us uncover secrets, help us uncover your secrets. That's what all of us do. We were all used by the Technocracy in one way or another. We're all here to help each other solve that problem.
But you're still ultimately part of the organization, one way or the other. Isn't that right?
We work against them, not for them.
Oh, so you're on the same side as the Crimson Coyotes, or whatever these people are called?
The what?
Cassandra?
No, the Cassandra Complex is part of the Technocracy. They're oversight. They're... what do you call that in the government?
Oversight.
checks and balance.
Correct.
You have no way of knowing that you're not them. Just your word, which, to be frank, doesn't mean much to me.
All the
I don't know about them,
Technocracy ever gave them too.
Well, and the cool
Empty
gadgets,
promises.
of course. I know that all too well.
At one time, the Technocracy was a glorious institution working for the betterment of all mankind. That time's past.
You don't have that history that the Technocracy has. You don't have the thing that they lean back on to let people trust them, the thing that I have seen them do. You're just two people sitting at a table here in this club telling me you want to help me for no gain for yourself.
How many people have you actually met within the Technocracy, John, that you know the names of in your construct? How many have you personally met that you know who they are and what their history is?
Got a point.
How many of those hundreds of people you walked past on your first day actually talked to you? How many of them were real?
Many as needed to be.
There was
Same is
a
true for us.
dog suit person. It was cute.
Reality
talking
is all
about the-
subjective anyway.
I'm not talking about individuals, I'm talking about the institution. You said the Technocracy has a history that does good. You're saying now it doesn't. But you're just two people.
What's wrong? Used to. Past tense.
I'm still not convinced.
I'm waiting
I
for
kinda-
Chance and Ever to make a comment.
Kind of like what these people are saying. Technocracy's screwing with us. I kind of also want to know who's upstairs.
Is both an option? Because I'm with Stance. I think I'd like to know what the deal is here and who's up there.
We're not here to
Pleasure,
take any
double the
options away
fun.
from here. We're only here to give you more options than you currently have.
Oh, in that
So
case,
many options.
If you want to
Cool.
go up there, you can. We're only here to warn you that it's a terrible idea and you shouldn't.
Who's up there then?
What'll happen if we do?
We don't know, and that's why it's a problem.
what if we
Okay.
help you find out who it is?
That's what we're worried will happen.
That's a lot of double negatives and positives you're throwing out there. So,
Have you met your bosses?
right. But you're being a little more wishy-washy than even they are sometimes.
They're actually not. This is exactly how missions are handed to you. With obfuscation and doublespeak and a lot of... Good luck, kid!
Cool. So, let's, nice to meet you. Glad to share a table with you. We got your number. Oh wait, no, you wiped his stuff. Damn it. Can we actually get your number this time?
It tells you they're not gonna be able to find him in a phone book anywhere there stands.
The
Just
woman
saying,
actually
yeah.
laughs at this point, looks at the guy, and says, "They are very rookie." He just kind of like, "Shush you," and he doesn't say that, but that's what his body language says. And he looks at you and says, "If you want to go up there, we can't stop you. We'll be in touch."
Great.
Just,
Cool.
just let us know when you want to talk. We'll find you.
Oh, my brain.
Said you could help us.
That is
What
correct.
exactly are you
57.
proposing?
When you
What
want to
exactly are you
talk,
proposing?
tell 57 to call us.
Okay. But yeah, you said you wanted to help us. How are you going to help us?
I already told John that. Join their organization,
What do you do
find out
about
the truth
memories?
about yourselves, help them find out the truth about the Technocracy. Nothing they can show you that will convince you, because all you could say is, "Oh, that's in forged data," or "You cast a spell to make that real," so they're not going to try, because they can't. John will shoot down every argument they could possibly make. So all they're going to tell you is, "You join us, we'll help you find your truth, you'll help us find ours. And maybe we can
Yeah.
fix the Technocracy or burn it all down."
Well, in
Take it or leave
favor
it.
of the
If you
latter.
don't take it or leave it. If you don't take it, good luck, kid.
Okay, so we'll call them later. What about upstairs, guys?
Doesn't matter for me. They're all full of shit, if you ask me. Except if they want to burn it all down, I'm all in favor for that.
I need to know who's upstairs.
Do you?
Double the pleasure, double the fun.
It's been that kind of evening, I guess. Sure. John?
I would also like to see who's upstairs.
See why they're so afraid of him. All right, cool.
I think you two have been outvoted. I personally don't care.
Let's watch out for daggers.
No,
Let's
they're
watch out
already
for
gone. While you
syringes.
were looking at
Oh.
each other talking, they literally disappeared. Same way they
Like,
disappeared.
oh shit, they're gone. Fuck. Pick up my cell phone. Toss it behind me.
Phone still
But I
works.
need you to fix
She just
your
wiped
phone.
your data, not your phone.
Oh, I thought she like turned it into
Like your
a fucking
pictures, and,
coaster.
your notes. And
Oh,
you
okay,
were,
I'll
you were
take a look.
screwing with her, so she was screwing with you. He is well aware you back your shit up to the cloud. It's 2028.
Oh, okay.
So head on a swivel. Everybody pay attention. Nobody get shanked. And let's go upstairs.
You didn't
Alright.
tell me I should have installed a swivel.
Little too little. But
Carry on with
Like the
yourself for
idea.
2 seconds.
All right.
I mean, I could, and it would be very beneficial.
might throw a little of the normies off. So, maybe don't do that.
Oh, okay.
So I
I
guess
just-
instead of jumping down the sorry,
No, go ahead.
instead of so I guess instead of jumping down the rabbit hole, we're gonna go see the mysterious figure upstairs. So you called
Right.
us on the phone.
And then we'll
Whatever.
go jump down the rabbit hole as maybe like an escape or
Huh.
something.
Okay. That sound like fun to you, Shuka. We're probably getting in a lot of trouble here.
Don't hear John saying no, so I assume you head to the stairs.
Yeah, I said I wanted to see the person upstairs. I understand that they're saying that they're going to help us and we can help them.
Oh no, they're long gone.
No. I'm just saying in general. I know
Oh,
that's
okay.
what they said. I don't necessarily. Too much stuff is happening in a row to the point where I.
Almost like the DM is overwhelming your characters on purpose. They don't know what.
Oh, so the thing is, like, just so that everyone can kind of. It's hard. Okay. I do want to see who's upstairs. I understand that there's been some information that's been dropped on us, and I now concede the fact that there's the possibility that there may be something wrong with Technocracy. However, you have to also admit that there seems to be too much information dropped on us at one time. That the possibility that this is still a test has to come back. We've been fed too much by hand. the crumb's too easy to find. We're being led down a path to see if we'll keep following it and how easy we can be swayed.
You think this is still part of your little suicide test mission?
I don't think grand conspiracies fall into people's laps this easy. Say we continue on.
Yeah, lead the way, Pickles.
Just let's
gets me.
Let's just not jump to any conclusions before we have what we need.
One hop at a time.
Let's go upstairs.
Can you check chat really quick?
Oh. Yep. Maybe. Okay, you go to the stairs. You're looking at the stairs. Are you heading up?
Yeah.
If there's no other real choice, yeah.
Plenty of choices. You could go home and have Cheetos and watch Netflix.
Yeah, but then that's boring.
I was for that for the beginning, but then John shot the TV.
That's right. We would have to pick up a new TV on the way home. It's kind of late. So
Happens
Best Buy's
surprisingly
probably
often at
closed.
your house.
You know, I could
Shot,
have just
broken,
put another
throw,
TV on the way
melt.
home. But you know, being that it's 2028 and you buy everything on your phone, my phone is shot to shit.
Okay. You head up the staircase. At the top of the staircase are two bouncers who just look at you and thumb you towards the area behind the screen. The area behind the screen wraps around the entire club like a horseshoe. And it's all private areas with their own retainer walls and fancy couches and their own serving waiters and waitresses. And it's all where the VIPs. Even got a couple little private dance floors.
Oh, cool.
Credit chips flying around with drugs. Male and female escorts. And
What kind of place?
they point to the bouncers point to one of the tables off the back.
Walk right past them.
What a strange place. What are all these mating rituals for?
They put their one bouncer puts his hand on you, stands. One bouncer puts his hand on John, and they look at you meaningfully. They don't do anything to Walter or 57.
I just hand him my gun.
John does the same. They let you go.
Do they have X-ray vision or something?
You have no idea.
Whoa.
You just know.
John Wick always has a gun.
What a strange place. Why would people come here for fun? This seems overwhelming and I don't like it.
You head
You'll
over to the
get used
table?
to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Get over to the table. And there is your stereotypical club owner sitting at the table, or at least what you would assume was a club owner. Pants, the haircut, the smile, surrounded by hot girls and hot guys. The attitude, yelling at somebody for being the worst employee ever. He looks up at you and he says, "Oh good, you made it. You got the text then."
Right.
Hold up my phone.
What was his text again?
You want to know the truth about yourselves more than what you've just discovered come to the club at this time.
Oh, right. Okay.
Unknown sender. Like John said, very suspicious.
You sent that text.
Oh, no, not me. In there. And he points behind him. And on the back wall, it just looks like a smooth wall except little tiny indentations here and there that you know are service doors.
All right through.
Okay.
He looks towards the door. John's not here to make rolls, so I'll just keep. He looks towards the door. Very subtly, like a shiver passes through him. He says, "Good luck," and turns back to his hot boots.
When you say a shiver runs through him, he's like, is he creeped out by whatever's beyond the door back there?
No, not creeped out by it. Terrified.
Oh, okay. Spirit armor. Can I do spirit armor for everybody?
You can.
Okay.
I won't
Just
make
like-
you roll for that.
Huddle up, everybody. And I just kind of like blow the smoke in their face.
Ah. Is there no better way you can do that?
No.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That's right.
Hope you don't have asthma.
No, that was debugged a long time ago. I mean,
Don't remember that.
3 years ago?
You said
What else
with
can you
like
debug?
correspond. Is there any way with like correspondence in time I can like see what happened like 3-4 minutes ago or however long I feel somebody would have gone through those doors or see through those doors somehow or some way?
You could touch the doors and try to read the recent past, yes.
That's what I want to do. That sounds cool.
Okay. You touch the door and then you make a willpower roll.
I guess it's one.
No,
Success.
you one success. Okay, I thought you said one dice. You better have more than one willpower dice. One
Look at this.
success. You
Negative.
touch the door and there's a wave of vertigo that passes through you, and it's like the air ripples, you know, like when it's really hot,
Mm-hmm.
and you just feel. You don't know what you're feeling, but it's gone now. For a minute there, you felt something overwhelming. You felt inverted, but it's gone now.
Like, does that mean anything to me?
Inverted, like reversed. Like, for a moment you felt the opposite. In every way possible.
The fuck?
80% alien and 20% human?
Every way you could feel inverted. That's why it feels so nauseating and violating, yes.
So I
Well,
kind of turned to all them and be like, this might be a bad idea.
What's the matter?
Just everything feels upside down. Or no,
Feels chaotic?
no, like the inverse of what it should.
Maybe it's an alternate dimension.
Oh shit. That's right.
I use my sight. Is there anything like very obscene or offensive that's coming at me, like from the door or from the room beyond? Because he just sort of stopped at the door, I imagine.
This room has no spirits in it whatsoever. You can't see past the door.
That's weird. Right?
For a cyberpunk club, not really.
No?
Everything has a spirit, but it doesn't mean there are spirits here. Just like you don't see Sean's ghost just because Sean's here. You wouldn't see the table's ghost just because there's a table. Seeing spirits means there's ghosts or extra dimensional entities, none of which are in this room.
Ah,
For high-tech places, that's not unusual.
alright.
The more primal the place is, the more likely you are to see the spirit.
I don't see anything going on.
As far as the
And there's
supernatural
unusual.
awareness on the door, it's a null. It's not that it has no magic, it's nothing there. It's like when you look at the door, it's a void.
There's nothing there, Tiger. Nothing to be worried about.
No. That's what I'm afraid of, is there's nothing there.
Is there anything that I could roll or maybe send some nanobots through the door?
No, your nanobots run to the door, run around the perimeter of it, and run back to you, unable to pass.
Next time, I'm gonna do something to my nanobots, maybe matter phasing, I don't know. I wonder if I can make that work on humans.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I don't want to go through that door.
You
I've
feel
probably
like
been through.
you feel like there's more to your statement too, Stance.
What do you mean?
There's nothing there.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, I've probably been in a situation like this or two before, like just maybe what's the one fault that I have?
Oh no, I don't
Yeah.
mean nothing there means there's definitely danger. I mean there's nothing.
That's what I mean. Like,
If the
there's
void
just-
was a thing, it's there.
right, and I don't want to touch the void.
Stance, would we be unmade?
No, just
Seems weird you get a phone call to walk through a door to be unmade. But who knows? It's a weird world.
yeah, I'm not walking through that door.
All that fuss about coming up here and seeing our options, and now you're afraid to walk through a door?
Walter,
Yeah. No, I'm not walking through that
Huh.
door.
you said you abandoned your magical training when you were very young, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Having had no formal contact with any mages, you'd have no context for them. No hints for you.
I mean, maybe outside of nothing outside of Ghost Wheel, probably.
Right, and they wouldn't have a context for this. Other factions would. But you never would have run into those very often because you avoided all of them.
How about that, Pickle? Tiger here seems to be getting cold feet about the door.
Pickle seems very quiet and reserved about the whole thing. Oh.
Yeah, I'm walking away from that door.
Pickle
I'm
has
walking back
returned.
to the
Stand
bouncer.
by! I did not see Pickle.
Apologies.
Alright, Pickle, you can answer Walter yourself.
Sorry, I just
Sure,
had
long-
wait.
Long story short, Stance tried to read the history of the door and got a really weird feeling of inversion and decided not to read the door. Walter
So this
tried to
is-
read it with magic senses and got nothing. Not emptiness, like it wasn't there, like the absence of a thing. So now Stance is like, I'm not going through that door, fuck. And everyone
Okay.
else is like, alright, that's great.
This is the door to the office of the person that called us on the phone.
It's the door the guy thumbed at and said, go there, that's who you find. And the Pexy club owner, who's apparently not the person who fixed it.
Right. So this is the door to the office with mega
Door to
air
something.
quotes. Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
It's a door to not him that he says you need to go through.
Okay. But we're picking up nothingness, as in like
Void.
just
It's
void.
just like
From the door.
everything, nothing.
You can't sense
whatever.
anything in the room. You can't get beyond the door to sense it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And what magics have we used so far specifically?
Is
None.
it mine?
None. They only used supernatural senses. Stance was gonna do magic, but after the door made him feel inverted, he's like, okay, I'm out.
Inverted. Define that one for me.
He felt like everything that was him was reversed just for a moment.
Oh, I didn't realize that I didn't actually cast the spell.
No, because touching the door made you feel gross and reversed.
Oh,
In every way you could feel the opposite, Steve. Or John. That's how he felt. Very violating sin.
I still kind of would cast the spell, I feel, just to know what's behind there.
Okay, we'll touch the door again. It's
Yeah,
a touch-based
just-
thing. This time
He
nothing
touches it, he's
ripples
like,
through you.
And then he touches
Just
again.
cold wall. Cold metal wall. So, spell card. Stand by.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious what happens because it sounds like this might be a door to an inverted dimension.
Did you have correspondence now, Sean?
I've had correspondence. I got 2 in it.
2, yeah, okay. You're up to
And
2
2
in
in time. 2 in dimensional science, if that matters.
Okay, you need 2 successes, and the DC is 5. Begin rolling.
What do I roll again?
Arete.
These screens are all over the place. Hold on.
I'm on one tiny screen tonight. Hell,
I got 1 success.
One success. In the amount of time you're able to see back into, nobody went through the door. It does feel like whenever people walk past it, they avoid it. Like, step away from it to go around it. Like everyone subconsciously knows something's gross about that door. Or it's got an effect that repels people. Maybe it's a defense. But with 1 success, you're... Wait, what am I talking about? This is a spell. Roll again!
gotta
You don't
hit that
automatically
threshold.
there we go. In the time you're able to sense, still no one goes through the door.
Oh, nice, dude.
With 2 more successes than you need, you're able to read back a solid 2 hours. No one's gone in or out of this. People who walk past it subconsciously avoid it, even though they don't go through it.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it felt like I feel. You said I feel like there's nothing. Like, have I ever experienced nothing before? Like, is this? I don't understand personally, like, what that would mean to someone like Stans. Like,
Into space. And like the
Say, has he
dimension.
stared into the void?
yeah, a lot apparently.
Doesn't feel like when you're out in deep space and there's no stars. That's a different sort of terror. You've never looked at nothing
Would primal
because it doesn't seem possible. There's always something.
would primal or entropy help address the issue of nothingness? Like, can we see if there's any primal energy or a lack thereof?
There's a lack
Or
of primal energy in the Minotaur, yes.
Okay. What about specifically entropy? Like, can we see if this is
It's
like
not decaying because decay doesn't exist as far as you can tell when you sense the door. Nothing. Literal nothing.
literal nothing? Right. I'm just trying to.
Sounds refreshing.
It should confuse you. It should confuse your characters because it's not possible. Literally nothing isn't a thing. There's always something.
Literally nothing is.
There's always some kind of cycle.
Nothing
Right.
from nothing is
At least,
nothing.
you know, in your experience.
Gotta be something.
Even death just changes your state. What's that first rule of thermodynamics? Energy can never be destroyed, only changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This door would seem to make that a lie.
Okay, so it's either a portal to another dimension where the rules are different and it's like a dead zone between the two, or it's an annihilation sphere. And if we walk through it, we die.
That's what I
Cool.
said.
Let's find out. Let's walk through the door already.
Walter!
Go right ahead, Walter.
As soon as you say,
Put my
I
spirit
want,
armor on. That's all we can hope for.
as soon as you say, I want to go in, there is no door, Walter. Just hallway.
Oh, okay.
Nothing
Walk down the
changes
hallway.
for you other 3. Like, you must have blinked and missed the door opening because it's open now.
They keep saying like, oh, it's a void to nowhere, and it's like, it's a portal to the DMV. Like, what are you talking about?
It is a metal hallway, yeah. And then at the end of the metal hallway is a glass door. The glass is frosted black.
Knock, knock, knock.
You're gonna go into the hallway.
The door is
I'll
open.
send
and there's
Coyote
nothing but a
in on the
hallway?
other side of the door to open the door for me, just to like play a trick. on
Coyote looks at you and says, I can't go in that hallway.
you talking about?
I can't.
I'm in there right now.
Can we see this hallway now that he said that?
You're not in the hallway, Walter, until you tell me you're going in.
No. What
Oh.
do we see in relation to what?
You see the door. Nothing changed for you.
Okay, and is Walter gone?
No, because Walter has not yet told me he's gone in the hallway.
Okay, and why did nobody
Can
tell
I
me?
just?
Tell you what.
Oh, that you had you forgot your shades.
I had the wrong goddamn glasses on.
I
I was like, I look wrong.
It was
I can-
it was providing to the mood.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
So are you going to go in the hallway, Walter? Coyote says I
Sure.
can't.
I can just picture though Coyote. If Coyote were able, Coyote would be like, "What am I, a sacrificial fucking lamb?"
Well, no,
Coyote
but you're
would
a
probably
coyote.
push
You're a
Walter in.
sacrificial coyote.
But what you see Walter say, "You go in first." Why not? Okay, and then he just like walks through the door and is gone.
Whoa. Oh.
That's
Well, now I
53 of
have-
you see.
All right, well
Maybe
now that
it's
he's
everything.
gone,
Maybe it's nothing. Let's
I
find
grab
out.
a bottle of the closest something and walk inside.
Stans.
You see
How
Stance turn around, grab a bottle of alcohol, walk through the door and disappear, but the bottle hits the door with a metallic clang and bounces off the ground.
Oh,
Cool.
he forgot his
Well, that wasn't helpful.
beverage.
No
Stance is
alcohol
gone, and you
allowed
don't hear him say that
in
wasn't
the
helpful.
void.
Do nothing.
looked at 57. Well, now that they're gone, do you want to call those people?
I want to make sure they're okay.
He looks behind him as he's going down the hallway, and I can imagine Stan's going like, "Where the fuck did the alcohol go?" I was like, "Apparently, it's
Hey.
no alcohol zone.
Integrated people don't talk.
Good thing I could still smoke.
Do I see
Smoke 'em
Walter?
if you got him."
I assume he's waiting for me and 57 to walk through the door before addressing what happens to us all.
Correct.
Uh,
You two were in the void until 57 and John decide what they're doing.
John, let's make sure our teammates are okay. I mean, it would be very unmutual if we let our teammates get into enemy hands, right? Right?
Nailed it.
Right?
What
What do you do with your eyebrow?
He's doing the creepy smile.
Why is your eyebrow moving? How did you learn how to do that?
How do you have an eyebrow, first of all?
Draws them on.
It's
It's just a
drawn
muscle.
on. Yeah, it's drawn on.
He's better at lifting his eyebrows because he has too many eyebrow muscles in his beard.
Communicating with people effectively is all about eyebrow movement.
Facial movements, yes.
Agent
Reading their
Tillman,
mind.
let's make sure that they're not walking into an enemy.
Fine.
I suppose.
Okay.
You step through. So Walter, you're in the hallway. It's just you. And when I say that, I mean it's just you. That's the first time that's happened in 20 years. There are
Looks
no,
around. He's
there are
like,
no spirits with you.
I guess they fucked off. Drag keeps going.
I guess they fucked off. No cigarette.
Oh shit. Now I'm really fucked. He starts walking.
You still
How'd you
have your
talk me into
pack,
this
but the
much
one you
stuff?
were holding is gone.
Oh.
You walk up to the frosted black glass door. Frosted black glass door.
Hello, Domino's. Goes to open the door. Goes to push open
When
the
you
door.
speak, it's like your voice just drops. Like there's no energy waves to carry it. Just falls flat.
Huh. I try to get a sense of what kind of magic I'm dealing with here. Like I examine the
You sense
door
nothing.
through like more void. I try to apply chaos to it, just like let me touch it with chaos and see what happens with it.
Once again, it's like it just drops, disappears.
Oh shit!
The
This is like a
environment will
no
not
magic
absorb
world.
anything.
Okay. push the door open.
The
There's
frosted
no
glass
answer.
door shuts behind you. Stance, you're in the hallway.
Okay. Do I see Walter?
No, you at no point saw Walter. You just see a metal hallway with a frosted black glass door in front of you.
I walk down the hallway, but I kind of run my hand along the wall. Does it feel like anything?
Feels like metal, but it doesn't have a temperature. Neither cold nor hot. It's just there.
Okay. Then I will push my way through and go to the frosted glass doors and open them.
The door shuts behind you. 57, you're in the hallway.
Alone?
Yep.
Alone?
Yep.
Oh, no.
What about my
Yeah.
nanobots?
Oh yeah, you still have them because you weren't holding them in your hand. Apparently, it's only handheld
Oh,
things that get rejected.
That's weird. So if Stans would have put the alcohol in his pocket,
Maybe.
he'd have had it.
Maybe.
I pull out one of my little nanobots.
It occurs to you though that if you're not actually in physical contact with the thing, that thing could be changed and you wouldn't notice.
I don't like that very much. I pull out one of my nanobots and I'm just like, you're my only hope.
Mhm.
And I let it sit on my shoulder so I feel like I'm not alone.
It is still active, but it's entirely dormant.
Can it manage to sit on my shoulder without falling
Yes.
off? Okay, then that's all I want.
They're magnetic in their default form, and you have a lot of metal in you.
That is so metal.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to the door and
Okay.
I knock.
It makes no sound, like it falls flat. It does make sound, but instead of clang, clang, clang like glass, it's like hitting rubber. Hard rubber. Yeah, kind of like that.
Does it push or does it slide?
Pushes.
I'll go in.
The door shuts behind you. John, you're in the hallway.
Stand there, at the far end of the hall.
You realize you're not wearing your glasses. Why are they in your pocket?
That's not mutual.
Perfect reaction.
I immediately reach out with all my 4 mind power.
Hence,
I'm
no
trying-
minds. Your own.
Okay. But does this feel like anything similar to the construct I was in my
No.
initial scene?
That felt like overwhelming minds because you were in someone's mind. This is an absence of minds. Like you're the only sentient presence anywhere.
Can I? Okay. Then I want to use the same. If I'm the only mind here, then I might be. It might literally be projecting something back into my own head. Is what this is doing. So I want to reach out with my own consciousness and brain powers and try to manipulate something in the hall. The same
Nothing
way you
happens.
would- Okay.
Not because you failed, but because it's like there's nothing to manipulate.
Pull my gun out.
You don't have it. You did miss that. You were in the restroom. The bouncers took your gun in stances before they let you onto the second floor.
Okay.
I figured you wouldn't have stopped them because it would have stopped aggression. So I had them take yours.
That's fine. I take one of my fingers and I slowly let one of the injector needles out. But I don't prime it with anything.
Okay. It hurts.
Does it? It feels real?
Yep. And you bleed. But the blood just like immediately drops to the floor like gravity's wrong.
You mean it goes up to the ceiling?
No, I mean instead of bubbling out and just hanging there, it's like pulled out and falls immediately.
Oh.
And it doesn't run out, it falls.
And I try to figure out if that is just that physics are wrong here, or is that this is where we're in something that doesn't know how to process blood dripping correctly.
Rules are broken. That's your gut instinct. Not a lack of understanding, it's different rules. Or inverted rules.
We're not in Kansas. We're not in Kansas no more.
Inverted rules. I don't like this.
Good, I'm doing my job correctly then.
No. Inverted rules. So if I would normally reach out...
With your mind, you gotta reach out with your body.
You feel like you can't manipulate it because everything you try to do will be inverted unless you do it to yourself.
That's literally what I was about to say. Instead
but
of
doing
reaching
things
out,
to yourself isn't going to affect the room.
well, I mean,
You want to touch somebody else, you gotta touch yourself first.
so you're saying straight up like trying to cast things.
You
back
can
in
you
on
can do things
myself.
to your own body here, but
Right.
anything you try to do to affect the environment, no matter how you do it,
Now Walter wishes he would have learned that before he walked
Or
through the doorway.
more specifically, inverted, not reverted. Not the same. So, like, if I reverse your heart, it goes from one side to the other. If I invert your heart, it's on the outside now, but it's still connected with all the veins and arteries. That's what I mean by inversion.
The inside is out, and vice versa.
It's the opposite, but naturally,
Oh, mirrored. You're mirrored. I gotcha. Yeah.
sort of. Concept.
If you see me with a goatee,
Can I?
The concept you can't
Okay.
quite wrap your head around because it doesn't make
Okay.
sense. In an
No.
ordered universe.
Hold on. Can I use correspondence to block a message to someone's phone?
You can't send anything to anyone's phone because you can't sense it with correspondence. There are no phones. In this place, you are all that exists.
you did it, John.
Okay. If I'm all that exists and everything is inverted. And it's just a hallway with a black door at the end.
Black frosted glass.
What's
A
behind
push
me?
bar. The door, but it's closed now. So, theme in the wall. The door never opened, it just stopped being there when you told yourself you wanted to pass through.
There's also that door.
I know, but there's. All right, I'll just go through the door.
Okay. You push the frosted glass door open and it closes behind you. All four of you enter a room at the same time because north, south, east, and west all have frosted black glass doors. The room itself, the walls are not metal in here. They're standard house walls. Plywood, plaster, except they're painted black. And the carpet is black. And the ceiling is painted emerald green.
God,
The
when some
lights-
goth person's freaking
And the lights
bedroom.
are all violet. Very weird and jarring. What it does is the violet and the green have a strange mixture that makes you feel a little weird, and the black makes it hard to see the sides of the room. I know, this isn't goth black. This is like... when you sit in the middle, it's like you're floating in purple and green space. And in the middle of the room is a very comfortable sectional couch. And then another very comfortable sectional couch facing it, and enough room to walk between the two of them. A coffee table in the middle. And the coffee table has drinkware set out. It's got various alcohols, regular drinks, tea, soda, other beverages. And one of the sectionals is empty, and the other one is sitting in the middle of it with her little dainty legs crossed as what looks like a 12-year-old girl with red hair.
I look at her and I'm like,
Very, very dark
What if we
eyes,
smoke?
wearing a nondescript dress.
I light up when I go to sit across from the little girl, find something to use as an ashtray, and I'm like, mind if I smoke?
No. Please. Drink.
Sit down, crack open a Coke, but I do not drink it.
Okay. Everything in here feels normal, like not inverted.
You guys didn't follow in behind me. Did you get lost at Albuquerque?
Oh no. You immediately entered the room at the exact same moment. From your
Oh.
perspective, Walter, no time passed.
Weird. Alright, interesting.
Which seems especially strange to John, knowing he was in there for at least 5 or 10 minutes after everyone was gone.
Takes a drag out of
She
his
says,
cigarette, he holds up his phone.
Says, I'm glad you're all here. Not everyone can make it to my office, especially you, John. Well done.
Why?
Nice office. Not a lot of color. I would have gone with taupe.
Sure. If with
More
taupe, I
inviting.
couldn't do this. When she moves her hand, you are floating in space, or at least that's what it feels like. Just a square room floating surrounded by space. 'Cause stars now.
Seen it.
Pretty.
And there's some comets moving. And from Stance's perspective, right in your line of sight is the prettiest nebula you've ever seen.
Pretty as what?
Nebula you've ever seen.
Oh.
Space dust cloud with
It's kinda-
colors.
Cool.
Floating in space.
I mean, I've seen this, but this one's good. I like this one.
Why don't some people make it to your office?
They can't handle the trip.
That's you, right? I mean, points to like the text message on his phone.
Yes. I was the one who texted you. When I became aware that you were remembering your pasts, I figured it was time to call you in so we could have a talk. Hopefully I can clear up any concerns you have and then you can go back to work. The Technocracy needs you. You are valuable assets.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna
You're
scrap
with the
us and
Technocracy.
You could say that.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, 57, what?
you're not gonna scrap us and start all over again. Are
Not
you?
today.
Not today.
When is an acceptable day?
When you become dysfunctional.
Oh, I
That's-
guess.
That answers everything.
When you are no longer aligned with the program, pogrom. When you are no longer aligned with the pogrom.
Oh. Okay, so you're with the Technocracy, but...
You could say that.
Okay. Right. Like
But
the
you're
straight
definitely
answers.
not the Watchers, right? You're not with
No.
Sandra or anything like that, right? I try to see if she's bullshitting. Like, I try to like look for any kind of tell that I can.
Go ahead and roll subterfuge plus perception difficulty 9.
Well, that's not gonna happen. It's harder to figure her out than those agents. I got like botched failures last time, so good times. Hey, I got a 1.
Yeah, 1
It's better
success.
than -3.
Yeah, 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
Do something I won't do often. I'm gonna set the DM, and then you can react to it how you want.
All right, cool.
Good reaction.
I'm just fucking with you guys. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm just kind of like, I believe you.
So it's okay that we know who we are.
It's unfortunate, but it's done.
Okay.
You have no idea how much work it is to reverse time. It
Right.
ages me decades.
So
That's the 12-year-old girl.
Right. And who are you again?
Natalie.
Natalie. Right. From intake? Accounting?
Wow. No, I'm not from intake or accounting.
Again, love the straight answers. Okay. Awesome. And
I can promise you that I'll never lie.
Right, but you'll never give more information than what we'll ask. So that's helpful. Great. So why are we here?
Clear up any questions you have now that you've learned what you've learned.
Okay.
Clear up any questions you may have so you can go back to work as good, reliable, loyal agents.
All right. Why are we getting remade?
We're not.
We're not.
If you were being remade, I would just do it. I wouldn't sit here and talk to you about it for 20 minutes first. I have better things to do with my day.
No, that's what I'm saying is why when we die horribly do we get remade or saved?
You all saw
Or
your
rebuilt.
past.
Right.
He was a traitor. They were never real to begin with.
Uh-huh.
And we needed you, and we couldn't let you die. So,
Uh-huh.
we made sure you didn't.
Uh-huh. So you want your best agent that turned traitor to not turn traitor to still be your best agent.
Correct.
And you want a synthetic life form to go on being synthetic life formy for reasons?
Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Peak efficiency.
Tiger.
Perhaps the greatest synthetic life form we have ever created. The pinnacle of centuries of effort and evolution.
And I'm just the greatest void engineer that ever lived?
You have an unfulfilled destiny.
Oh.
And you, looks at Walter, the effect you are having on those around you. The smile she
Between
makes
you and me.
disturbs you all. The effect you're having on all of those around you that no one can see is wonderful.
Just between you and me, Nat. He kind of leans in close, like they don't need to know about anything, you know. And he's like, "But really, like." He tries to endear himself to her, like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally on board." Now, what is it that you wanted to tell me specifically?
Changes being wrought on Coyote by your presence. Technocracy. It's wonderful.
Wait, he's doing what? What?
He kind of smiles like. Glad to oblige. He says, and takes a drag out of a cigarette. Like he's just playing up to her attitude, you know? Sure.
Okay. Anybody else got 20 questions?
John has many, but he hasn't asked them. He still thinks this is a test. I'm not testing you.
So everything is real.
Everything in this room is real.
You know that's not what I'm asking.
Be specific.
No.
Everything in this room is real.
So this isn't a test. This is a mission.
I'm not testing you.
Who is?
Fate?
Right.
Destiny?
I
Right.
thought the Technocracy didn't believe in all that, what'd you call it again? Mumbo jumbo?
Did I say I was with the Technocracy?
Actually, you did.
You did.
Did I? Same smile again that weirds you all out. What she told you was, you could say that.
You
Well,
could say that.
I've heard
You
enough
could
of
say
nothing
that.
in double speak.
You could say that, or if you switch the inflection, you could say that.
Well, don't have time for this. Got to go blow up a chemical plant with a secret AI, and
Are you
Not your
the
mission.
Technocracy?
What you need to do is go back to your apartment, enjoy your Cheetos and TV. I'll even replace that for you with a better one that's bulletproof. Then you go back to work on Monday. You'll forget about Abraxas Cyanide unless we give you a mission.
yeah. Well,
Who's
yeah.
we? Not the Technocracy?
Also them.
57 asked a really good question.
What was the question? Sorry.
Are you the Technocracy?
No. That is a good question, though.
Specific. What is your relation to the Technocracy?
Trying to find the right adjectives and nouns here.
I get her now. Okay.
I answer to someone who uses them for our ends.
Oh, I think I get who you are now. Yeah,
And
you
who
and I,
is-
we're very the same, I think. You and I, we're kindred spirits. So,
You could say that.
yeah.
Go ahead,
What
John.
and what is the identity of this person you just referenced?
I cannot tell you that. Literally. You're not the only ones that are programmed.
You strike me as a person that does what's necessary. Would that be right?
Yes.
Well, then we really are the same.
I
Is there
do
any way
what's
that I can?
necessary for the greater goals?
Is there any way that I can use my my magic here, or is it just kind of like the rules
Try,
don't
yeah.
apply? Okay, I try to get a sense of her, like of her spirit, and see if I can glimpse it, assess it in some way.
Roll Arete.
What is my target number? Like 9?
6.
6. Oh,
Target number
okay.
of 9 on Arete means you probably shouldn't do that spell.
Right. That's what I was asking. That's what I was asking. Okay.
Eric, I think you should do the spell.
3.
3 successes?
Yeah.
Look at you. Hold on, I gotta look up a definition.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This is a spiritual word, so this is the one I'm giving you. This word is for Walter, not her. If you need to look it up, you can.
Sure. Okay. Oh, I've seen that before. Okay. Cool. Thank you, sir. I'll file that away, and holy shit.
Also, things I will say in front of everyone, because it's up to you to tell them that. It doesn't mean you can't, but it's up to you how you handle it in this. Right. I'm not telling everyone because that would imply that you said it out loud and she heard it. So
Yeah.
the party knows he's not getting secret information to withhold from the party. It's because he has to figure out how to relay it to you without consequences. Other things you get that I can say publicly are her spirit is broken, but somehow more powerful than yours.
Huh.
And there's a call over it. The only way you can describe it.
A call?
You know, like when a baby's born with the covering. Like that, only over the spirit.
Almost like it's shielding itself from something?
Like it's wrapped in something, whether it wants to be or not, you can't tell.
I see if she can speak the language. I talk to her in a language that they may not understand, or at least I believe that they don't understand. And just see if she can speak the same language. I talk to her in
She
Lakota
does in a
Sioux
flawless
and see if she
accent.
responds.
Little
Just
girl
like-
inflection, but flawless accent.
I'm like, do you need me to do something about that? I'm pointing at her,
About-
but she knows that I'm pointing at her spirit.
Oh no, I let that happen. It was necessary.
Always about whatever's necessary. You're a very
So I
interesting
could be
being.
reborn.
Wait,
You don't know what they're saying. They're talking in Cherokee or maybe Iroquois, some really obscure Native American dialect. But you have correspondence too. Roll Arete for me. See if Stance can eavesdrop on this. Also, if you would like to, John, feel free. Mind and correspondence can both be used to understand language by me.
Fuck.
What would get rolled with that?
Arete, difficulty 4. Oh, difficulty 4, Sean. I don't did tell you that, so you probably did the wrong difficulty.
oh,
Do it.
goddamn right I can redo it.
Yeah.
2
You're
successes.
easily able to
Oh
understand.
shit.
You get it. You get it, John. Stance, you get it like you naturally speak language. John, you but it takes you to process.
Okay.
So
So when I hear that she say that her spirit's broken so she can be reborn, are our spirits broken?
you don't feel any different. Do you ask? This is being spoken out loud between the two of them.
I'm more asking, like, did we cover this before? I don't think we specifically looked
No.
at our spirits.
Well, yeah, no. If John and Walter both examined you, that defined the truth, and Walter would have noticed if your spirits had been broken.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is very weird, not of the ordinary. I would have told him that. So you were not like her,
Okay.
But we don't have souls. Well, not all
You
of us
don't.
have.
right?
So can you break a spirit that doesn't have a soul?
You asked that. We'll say that you can understand too. It's not fair that only you can't. You asked
I
that out
mean-
loud.
Yes.
That same smile again that makes you want to squirm. Yes. Yes. Want to see?
I guess.
She sighs and says, "Bet you don't know what I'm asking, or I'd take you up on that."
So thank you very much for your hospitality. We're gonna go back home. We're gonna wait for a call to go to work, and then we're great. Everything's great. I feel good. I feel glad that we had this conversation.
You
Feel
can
really
leave when I
great.
decide the meeting is over. They're not done asking their questions yet, and I know you're lying.
Yeah, why are you in a hurry there, Tiger?
Because
We're just hanging around.
creepy.
That's not a
Creepy
lie.
about that. He points to the nebula. I'm just enjoying the hospitality. He takes a sip of his Coke or whatever.
By the way, the answer she gave 57 was the most open answer she's given.
Correct.
It feels like if you ask about yourself, she'll say more. When you ask about her, you're going to get double speak. But if you ask about you, she seems to talk.
I keep speaking in our shared language. I'm like, so you like the effect that I'm having on Coyote? Is that the only spirit that you're really interested in?
No,
Or
you're
just interested in
transforming
all
all of the spirits you're close to. And Coyote is spreading it to all of them too. Like a virus.
Spreading it. Oh, that's interesting.
I like viruses. They're one of the best forms of life, the most resilient, the most effective. Wouldn't you agree, 57? You can cure so many problems with viruses. You can make so many things better.
Yes, it's true that you can genetically engineer a virus to cause good things to happen because of the way it infiltrates proteins. However,
Yes,
more often
sometimes you have to make a thing sick in order to make it better first. Sometimes you have to hurt it before it can improve.
Antibodies.
Like a vaccine.
A little pain can make you so very strong.
Right. You only hurt me because you love me. Thanks.
I don't love you.
What's that saying that
I feel nothing towards you.
Right. This thing that's inside me, is it gonna kill me? Why is it inside me? Why did you do that?
Which one of those would you like answered first?
Doesn't matter at this point.
Pick one.
Why is it inside me?
It's the only way to keep you alive. Keep you. We would have had to bring you back like them. If it works for them, it wouldn't have worked for you.
Why wouldn't
whatever
it work for me?
doesn't kill you, make you stronger. Isn't that how the saying goes?
If we cloned you, you'd be more like 57 than if we cloned you, you'd be more like John, and if we regrew you, you'd be more like 57. You wouldn't be you. Despite your many flaws, we need you.
Why do you need me?
The destiny to fulfill, like I told you.
Destiny to fulfill, right? Got it. Okay, cool.
I don't know how that plays out yet, or I would tell you.
Am I in any danger from this thing?
Yes. Every moment of every day.
Then, okay. Then you're eventually going to lose me, so that seems...
Only if your will is weaker.
You keep talking about fate, but isn't that just another way of order? What do you feel about chaos?
Fate is also chaos. Fate is the future. Fate is where you end up. Just because I know you're destined for a fate that aligns with mine doesn't mean I know what it is. Because the future is always in motion. Fucking
I feel like
Yoda
we're
is
speaking
correct.
the same language. Refreshing. It's all one and the same.
You can control the thing inside of you if your will is strong enough. If your will is weak, you will not control it and you will die. Either way, your fate aligns with mine in the end. You look at the wall and it changes and it's not space anymore, and for a minute it's a vision of you, like, in a fight, and you're holding 4 plasma rifles because you grew 2 extra arms when you needed them to hold those 2 rifles during that fight.
Oh, dang.
Then it shows another scene of you where you're like a tentacled monstrosity with like bulbous protrusions coming out of you everywhere, rampaging city, killing people.
Oh, shit. Natural evolution, I guess.
Cool.
Existential crisis episode.
Anybody else want to have any weird questions asked?
Is the trauma I went through with my aunt? Did that even happen?
No.
Manufactured memories. Man, the technocracy is pretty harsh.
We manufactured your aunt.
Even I don't lie to people like that.
Why?
Oh,
why
we all lie. We all lie every moment of every day to ourselves, to each other. Just the way of
A
things.
little bit, but not like that. It's a big lie.
Why even put me
You
through
tell
that?
a lot of big lies, Walter, especially to you. Sorry, 57. What?
Why would you even put me through that? If you didn't have to, you could have just made a clone that. Well,
She didn't
Was-
do anything to you.
Because
Steve.
we needed you to be you. Every part of you is a function of those memories. They may have been implanted, but they're still your memories, so to you, they're real. They have a real effect on you. They form your personality, your motivations, and your actions. A person is much more complex than what they experience. It's what they think they experience that matters. Let's
It's
be
horrible.
honest. Let's be honest. We all do hyperscience. What is real? How are your memories that we gave you any more real than Walter's? How are his any more real than yours? To you, it's a thing that happened. To him, it's a thing that happened. Neither of you can prove that thing happened. Because you
Doesn't
can't
matter.
go back and do it.
Only matters if you give it importance.
Correct, Walter. All that matters is how you react to it and how real it is to you.
Fine. What led you to even use my genetics to get this personality?
I
I'll
didn't.
play your game.
I didn't. Your genetic donors created you from each other.
And what was the point of that? How did you know I'd turn out the same?
We didn't. We didn't even care about you then. They did. They wanted you to be perfect. They loved you. Even though you didn't exist yet. Because they were able to use their hyperscience to see who you would be. Their plan was to raise you as their own. So we prognosticated the future, we picked the most likely one, and we created false memories around it. You lived in 3.5 years the lifetime you most likely would have lived with them.
When she says we,
Shit's fucked up, yo.
Really fucked
what
up.
does she mean when she says we?
You'd have to ask her that, not the DM.
Yeah, I try to like fish it out. I'm going fishing, like, you know, verbally with her. You know, like in a roundabout way to try to get her to reveal like who we is exactly, because she says that she's not with the Technocracy, but that she has similar goals. So I'm like, yeah,
What she
you
told
and,
you, what she told you was she answers to someone who does work with the Technocracy, or apparently orders them around. The person she
so
didn't
there's
say
a higher power.
She didn't say she worked with. She said she answers to. All of her phrasing is very specific.
Yeah, she works with somebody within the
No,
Technocracy.
answers to.
Answers to the Technocracy.
No,
So somebody
she
from the
answers to
Technocracy.
someone who orders the Technocracy around. That's what she told me.
Oh, right. So it's a bigger fish than the Technocracy.
If she's not lying,
Hey.
which she said she wouldn't do. But she didn't say she
Okay.
wouldn't lie until after she told me.
I like her already. Okay. She's playing like three-dimensional lying chess over here with me. Okay, I'll play that game. That sounds fun.
I hear three-dimensional chess is fun. It's me saying that, not her.
Yeah. So you answer to somebody who gives answers to the or orders around the Technocracy.
Yes.
I didn't think it got any bigger than the Technocracy. I mean, who are we talking about exactly? An actual national government or some, you know, some big guy in a suit in a dark office?
The more you
somewhere
talk,
smoking a cigarette?
the bigger her smile gets, by the way. So continue. Like she slowly smiles larger as you try to figure it out.
Yeah, I'll try to start pulling on those strings and
Some
see how much I can
organizations-
unravel.
Some organizations aren't organized. Sometimes you're just people with the same ideals. Sometimes chaos is the answer, Walter.
Chaos is always the answer, though, isn't it?
No.
Agree?
The answer is whatever tool.
Anyway.
The answer is whatever tool you need to achieve your ultimate goal.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Chaos, order, fate. It's all bundled up in the same thing, isn't it? Kind of like your interests with your mysterious benefactor. I mean, who are we talking about? We're talking about
She laughs when you say benefactor, but doesn't interrupt you.
Okay, so I guess I'm hitting the right notes. Your mutual friends, perhaps. It might be better phrased.
She laughs when you say friends.
You're getting what you want. They're getting what they want. It's what's the word that Pickle Dick here says? Mutual. It's all mutual. That'd be about right. Mutual benefits.
Yes. Driving towards an end goal.
But how does it benefit you?
Attaining the end goal.
No, it benefits them. Which is?
Peace. Still.
Peace.
Illness?
It's just a temporary state, isn't it?
Doesn't have to.
Everything's constantly in flux. Why are you aiming
can
for
be
peace?
Eternal. Peace and quietness and stillness can be eternal.
No such thing. Not as long as there's life involved. And he kind of looks at her. And
no such thing yet.
No such thing as life?
No, when you said there's no such thing, she said not yet.
Yeah.
I think she wants the end of all things, Walter.
That's what I'm trying to get out of her. Like, is that what you want? You want nothing? You want apps like this?
I want peace and stillness and quiet forever.
Sort of like this, minus all of us.
You can be part of it too, why not?
Back to basics. Oh, interesting strategy.
Everyone can be part of it.
Planning on starting over? Hit the
Starting
reset button on the computer?
Starting what over?
You know, this. Everything.
No. No.
That's not the goal. Oh. Because in order to get peace, you're gonna have to shut up a lot of stuff, a lot of people, a lot of things.
Maybe.
Okay.
Steve has the most painful expression ever.
No, it's just like I don't really know what to ask to a character like this. Okay, so with everything that's going on, and obviously she's not very forthcoming information about herself.
She's not here to talk about her.
Right, I'll step forward. Tell me about the person I'm cloned from.
What would you like to know about him?
Everything.
Alright. Come here. Sit with me.
Okay.
You sit with her and she looks at you. And she can see right through the shades. She locks eyes with you and you feel an overwhelming force of mind like nothing you've ever experienced. I don't mean she's not human, I mean experience with the sphere is beyond yours.
Okay.
It's also wildly different.
Okay.
So like when you do things with mind, you try to make them orderly and you try to be like, this block here, put the block there, make the ultimate Lego with Tetris. Now I've got the guy doing what I want him to do.
Okay.
She removes the blocks until there's nothing left. You try to build someone up into what you need them to be, and then sometimes you erase what's there, but you replace it with something else. She simply unravels, makes her own new fancy dots. You don't understand that because it's anathema to how it works for you. It's anathema to how it should work.
Right.
It's an inversion.
It's an inversion. Yeah. Okay.
And suddenly all the rest of you see a blur of images cross the walls that are so fast you can't keep up with them, but you do see John's face on most of it. She dumps your original's entire life into your mind in a moment. Less than a minute.
Okay.
It will take you a long time to process that, but you know in your gut it's a complete memory dump. Nothing left out. Nothing hidden.
Okay.
You feel like, as the game progresses, you can try to find memories, but only a few a session because there's so much going on. If you try to remember it all at once, even with 4 ranks of mind, you'll overwhelm yourself and short out. E.g., go crazy.
Sure.
Or catatonic.
Okay.
All good things.
But right now, you could ask one question of yourself, like not her, your own memories. And I'll tell you. Any one thing about that guy's past.
What did he find that made him betray the Technocracy?
That the High Council had been infiltrated by something evil and ancient and twisted. Same thing you're being told now.
Right. Did he... That's it? No.
And he decided to do something about it, so he sought out other people he knew were doing things about it and joined them.
Is there an image really quickly I can see of who he joined?
Yeah.
Or was that too much?
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Good choice, by the way. I approve.
Oh. Yes.
Look, man, if she walked into my house in order to be around, I'd do what she said. Just saying.
So this
Right.
so this thing wants the end of all things. She wants to invert life, basically.
She hasn't said that, but I mean,
Doesn't
if
say
you
that.
want to say
That's
that,
what I'm
yes,
trying
you can
to-
say
This
that
is-
to John.
This is no. This is out of character. I think we need. I think we need to take a step back and out of character, unpack what's happening right now.
Yes, feel free.
Okay, because so we're talking to this character. She's double talking anything that's not directly about us, but we picked up the fact that so far it appears as though she is an inverse of stuff, of something. Okay.
Feel free to tell them what Walter knows at this point, Eric, since we're trying to take notes. Kind of all out in the open
Alright.
now.
If you want to share that.
Yeah, if not, you can wait till after. If you do tell them, you're talking about it in front of her, but I mean at this point. You kind of stopped being...
after all
Okay.
this.
So
You know for a
Knows to
fact
watch
that
his
her...
words
You know
around
for
her.
a fact that she's not using hyper science, she's using magic and inverted. Which none of you understand how that's possible, how that would work.
What does that mean, though?
It is the opposite of how natural magic works. Magic is a natural part of the order. Hers is the reverse. Instead of putting things together, it's unraveling it. Instead of killing, she would create too much life. She does the inverse. In Western mysticism, there's a word for that. Called lipothic.
It's called what?
Lipothic.
So she's like the yin to the yang.
Pretty much, man. Well, Walter has something to say about her. Not much, but.
Okay.
Just not gonna say right in front of her.
chaos.
but
So, if you were... So, from Walter's point of view, all mages try to overcome themselves by unshackling themselves from reality. They just have to know. Or a technocrat or a spirit wizard or the various kinds of regular mages, you know. Different methods to get there, but the goal is to free yourself from reality and then to remake it, right? That's what this game's about. She does that with her magic too, but it's inverted and taken to the extreme. So, if Steve wanted to make himself, or not Steve, John wanted to make himself better with mind, he would improve himself, he would improve his mind. He would overcome something about himself that he thought was holding him back. The inverse of that would be to embrace the thing that you think is holding you back and become that thing by unraveling everything else around it and making that the strongest. Taken to the extreme. So, if the thing that John thinks he needs to overcome is the fact that he too easily takes human life, he'll try to be more conscious of that. She would embrace that and take more life. Take as much as possible until it became natural. Inverted. Hypothic.
And she said she wants peace, right?
Peace and tranquility.
Right.
Silence.
Yeah.
Peace, tranquility,
grave.
silence.
He didn't say silence, but I mean, that's
But-
what I'm saying.
So,
She said stillness.
Yes.
illness. Okay.
So make
Which
everything too
means-
much.
Which is more
Right,
encompassing than silence.
Which means that she's going to make everything chaotic and outrageous.
I don't even think
Right.
that, because I asked her specifically about
it
it.
doesn't seem like she has different definitions for words. She has different approaches to get to the end.
She would she's going to heat death the universe so that there is nothing, basically. It's the ultimate
Right.
goal, I feel like. However she gets there, she gets there, but
Mhm. She likes viruses, remember?
right.
I
Yeah,
will
so
neither
whatever
confirm
brings
nor
about that
deny what Stan says is accurate. I will say that Walter Faster, she wants to reset and start over, and she laughed at him and said no.
Right. She doesn't want to reset, start over. She wants to end it. Like that's our assumption. Well, you can confirm or deny. Where that's the assumption.
If that is your assumption and your characters believe that, you would believe that you're confronted by the very definition of evil right now in a chair in front of you.
Yeah, I wanted to leave like 10 minutes ago, so
But it's Natalie, and she's got cokes.
which I have not
I'm having
consumed one bit.
She
Walter
didn't,
did, and
however,
Walter,
have
you
cookies.
feel fine.
And she's totally cool with me smoking, which, I mean, that's a big +1 for me.
Who here has the best correspondence? Like the absolute
you.
best.
You or I do, which is 2.
Yeah, 2. Fuck. It's not great.
Not terrible. Not great.
Not terrible either. 2 is better than 1, which is better than none.
Okay. Let's. Can I try to mix 2 spheres together to do something stupid?
Yeah, sounds awesome.
And
Would it be
hopefully-
stupid or would it be genius?
Wait, in her terms,
the
it would be
inverse?
so stupid, it's
Right.
genius.
Yes. Right. I'm gonna do
Back
something
around.
so dumb it's smart. Right. Embrace the dumbness.
Embrace the dumbness.
Yes.
2020.
So I also do want to leave. I don't think that we're gonna like. I think we can ask more questions about ourselves and maybe get more information. But I've got my big data dump. I'll go through slowly as we go. I
Until you
guess-
sit here and ask questions as long as you want, because place time doesn't.
Right. I'm not worried about in-game time. I'm worried about like what we're asking at this point, just going in circles.
Problem is, he wouldn't let Stance leave because he said
We
didn't
have
believe him.
questions. Oh, that we're going.
You're not going to follow up on this company.
She wants us to follow up on the chemical company.
She does not want you to. She wants you to go back
Doesn't.
to your apartments, have a nice weekend, and take your next job on Monday and forget all of this.
I see.
Yep.
I'll tell you the truth, if you carry on with your responsibilities unchanged. Stop pulling at
Is
the
that what
parts
she's
of the knot.
promising?
Stop pulling at the parts of the knot that don't affect you. I'll give you all the parts that do affect you. You leave the rest alone.
Oh, stop asking
Essentially,
too many
she's
questions.
admitting, yeah, the Technocracy is corrupt. Deal with it. Here's the truth about you.
Right.
Yeah.
Be complicit.
Pay no attention to the wizard behind the curtain. Here's a candy.
Correct. Here's some candy. Be complicit.
Okay.
And what happens if we? And what happens if we straight up acknowledge that we're not going to let this go?
You don't know, because we're out of character at the moment while you try to absorb everything.
Oh, I was trying to ask that in character. I wasn't sure.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll move back to in character.
Well, just because we're all over the place, but yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. So I want to ask that in character, but then there was something I wanted to ask. I was asking you outside of character about my spheres.
Do that first before we move back.
Okay, so casting two spheres to try to do something stupid and crazy. Yes. Thing that can happen. Okay.
You've already done that multiple times. Dawn just did that on the door.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she has mind powers. She has a mind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hard to classify her, I think.
A massively powerful one. You haven't touched it to see what's in there, though.
I don't want to affect her mind in any way. I'm not trying to overpower her mind. What I would like to do is a combination of mind and correspondence to reach out, and I want to snip out, or I want to copy a piece of whatever data is coming off of her, whatever she's doing, and store it in myself. I basically just want like one little chunk of data off of her.
Okay, roll Arete.
And I want to save it. Can I blow like 1 billion willpower?
You can blow 1 willpower to guarantee 1 success. Yes.
I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, difficulty 5. Sorry.
Oh.
Wow, that was surprisingly easy.
Well, then I got.
So here's the thing, but I want him to roll his Arete.
I got a 1.
Okay, continue. 57 to Walter. Start coming up with what you're going to say to the girl while John spends several minutes casting the spell each.
I got a 4.
Okay, you're good. Takes him 2 minutes.
I feel like we're a lot alike, but this whole bring things to peace, that's just an illusion. Yeah, you can't really achieve any sort of stillness or quiet or tranquility. Not as long
People
as there's
like us,
people
everything
and
is an
animals
illusion.
and the
People like us, everything is whatever we want it.
It's not immediate, though. You have to, obviously, you have to utilize the technocracy to do whatever it is that you want them to do. Isn't that right?
Use whatever we have to use.
Exactly. So you can't just snap your fingers and make it happen. There has to be a
Not yet.
natural evolution to this. It has to happen over time. And eventually, well, you're not going to have peace and tranquility, not as long as you have these meat bodies running around and forming little clubs with fancy names and special uniforms.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
I feel like she's got a lot of time, Walter.
Walter, I'd like you to make perception plus alertness, since you're directly talking to her. Just standard
Perception
difficulty 6.
plus alertness.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not very good at this. Okay. I'll blow whoa, what the fuck? I got a 5 success, homie.
What's going on?
Nice. You notice several things.
Holy
The first thing you notice is when you feel the energy from John's hyper-tech spell release. At the moment that you see his glasses, like, message on the inside, her eyes flick over to him for a minute, and she smiles. Smiles like, oh, you can have it all. That's probably not good, but beyond that, you take a moment to study her features in depth, and there's something exotic about them. You're a 12-year-old girl, but there's something exotic about them. And you're like, this is an odd facial structure. Not a modern facial structure.
Mm-hmm. Old.
Not a modern era facial structure.
Mm-hmm.
John, your spell is successful. You feel a part of her, a piece of her mind, get clipped very neatly out of hers. Withers into yours and wraps itself around the rooted brainstem. Warm, comforting. apply it. Make a willpower roll. Difficulty 9.
So John
Is he
died.
interacting with her spirit or her mind
He,
specifically?
he clipped memories from her mind and was wildly successful. She allowed it.
Oh, fuck. I can't disrupt that.
Oh, it's done. By the time you noticed her smile, like, oh, this is going to be good, it was already over. None of you have enough time to undo that.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna. This is gonna hurt.
What the hell is willpower again?
Bottom.
Under Arete.
Big long
thank
thing
you.
with lots of boxes.
Yep. Thank you. 1.
You're fine. Whatever that was, you got control of it. You're John. Thing is dandy.
Everything
Yep.
is cool.
That sounds
No, it's
right.
not.
That sounds exactly true. Everything is fine.
Keep on keeping on, John. Wow. Oh man.
In fact, not only are you fine, you suddenly have all kinds of new ideas about how to do awesome, cool mind effects. You could even try some mind spells. I mean, mind hyperscience. They spell.
Yeah.
That's a stupid word. But you got bigger things to worry about.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
What were you trying to get,
Anything,
by the way? What was your objective? You got it. Like, your objective beyond.
I just chatted you my entire plan.
My entire plan. Oh shit.
Your thing keeps... Okay, here we go. Oh,
He punches her in the face.
that's amazing.
I will share with the group.
Wait,
My
you want to do
plan.
that here? Or you want to do that after
No,
we leave?
after when
Okay.
we're somewhere.
That is smarter.
So-
yes.
Yeah, not directly in front of her. Although I'm also under the impression she's omnipotent because she knows everything about us. So it's not like we can hide from her.
Not that powerful, I don't think.
She literally was referencing like individual moments of our time together. Like
Yeah, but I mean, she's in communication with somebody who crafted
Anybody,
your
anybody
memories.
With, anybody with a few spheres at 5 does seem like an accurate way to describe the feeling.
yeah,
You'll find out
So
when you get there.
right. So we just need to go somewhere that
It isn't
might
here.
not.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, but yes, that thing.
Imagine he goes,
I
I think we have everything we need here.
Successful.
And to get the eyebrow raise, and that's amazing from Tyler. I like this plan. I like this plan a lot.
So, where is the one that said he was supposed to take care of me after my genetic donors were eliminated?
Seattle.
Okay.
Would you like to know more?
Yes.
Come sit next to me.
Would like to know
I
more.
don't want to sit next to you.
Okay. She gets up
I'd
and
like to
sits
know
next
more.
to you.
Ah. Hi.
She looks at you. She looks at
Just
you,
an address will suffice.
holds your hand, looks into your eyes, and dumps your parents and your protector's entire memory banks as far as she has them in mind. Your
Whoa.
uncle? Might as well call him that. Uncle Mike.
Is there anything that I can recall from like what I studied about her before? Any memories, like, or anything?
You mean
Coming to
what I
mind?
said in the side about that old story you couldn't quite think of?
Yeah.
You feel like it'll come to you when you're not in here, but something about this place is clouding those memories.
Can't. Yeah. Can't access it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm more like.
And then she goes back to her couch.
"Ah, Thank you.
I had a question and I've completely forgotten what it was.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No. That's me distracting myself with my whole thing. Dang. Oh wait, I asked it. Wait, What did I say? Do you remember?
I don't know, man. That was
You said a lot of
conversation.
things after a lot of not things.
Yeah, it was a very long time ago now. Dang. Okay.
You asked who you were
COVID.
close from.
No. It was from after that. Because I have all that information data dumped into me. Okay, that's okay.
I'm sure there'll be other chances to ask.
Sure.
You'll never see her again.
Right.
Nope.
Okay. So who's gonna say it? Who's gonna be like, "Leave now"? Gonna get their eyes melted.
Can I go home?
Oh, I remember.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Eye
Go
melting always jogs the memory.
Sorry. I remember what it is now, so 57 can ask your question.
Okay.
No, my question was, can I go home now?
No, I wanted to ask specifically out loud in character, like, so what happens if we acknowledge to you right now that we're not going to drop this?
I would be very sad. I would adjust my plans accordingly.
You make
Then I might get
plans?
mad. You can never tell.
You don't seem in control of your own
just,
emotions then if you don't know how you'll react to something.
Room. Things work differently.
Oh. I hadn't noticed.
You got special plans, do you? You know what plans are, right? It's a list of things that don't happen.
I don't have plans. I have goals.
Whatever you want to
Anything?
call them.
Well, I'm sufficiently creeped out for the evening. How's everybody else doing? Should we go?
I'm doing fine. I'm working on my third cigarette. I got another Coke around here.
You
I do
can do
believe
that on
we're
the
all-
couch at home.
I do believe we're all ready to leave.
I mean, sure, as long as John doesn't shoot the TV again, I'll be all right.
Remember what I said. Back to work. Forget about the chemical company. And everything will be fine.
What chemical company? I wasn't even. These guys dragged me into it in the first place. I didn't want anything to do with those people. The hell with them.
What if I need chemicals?
That's what Walmart's for.
Right. Scientist, heavy-duty chemicals from Walmart. Yeah.
You have all that you need at your construct. They supply everything you need.
Thank you.
Did she just say she supplies everything we need?
No, she said your construct does. Your base. Deep dark.
Okay.
She's very specific about when she's.
No,
referring
he
to.
said something after that I thought that's what she said. Okay. Cool. We're leaving. Fuck this place.
We're leaving. Oh, we're leaving.
Stan stands up, says we're leaving, looks around at deep space in every possible direction. Huh.
I think you forgot to say please.
A very echoey
So rude,
voice.
these,
A very
these
echoey
suits.
voice floats through the room saying, "For what I said," and look back and there's no couch is still there. She's not.
And then we have 4 doors that lead out to the hallway
No,
again.
you have carpet in a square with 2 couches and then deep space. He didn't turn the room off.
It's a nice look.
How do we just, kick off and hope for the
Maybe,
best?
It's best not to ask too many questions in a situation like this. Just go with the flow.
Like jump into the void that is space, the vacuum?
Floor
that
is
is
lava.
space? There is no floor beyond this room.
Right, so it's lava.
Sure.
Like,
But it won't burn you because there is no floor.
Who's first? You need me to go through the door first?
Where's the door?
this seems like my
Over there.
element. I kick off the couch and wander into the void.
You walk across the void because it's just black carpet, and you walk into the wall. Ow, fuck! And you find the door and push your way out.
Oh, there's a door. I go and open it, walk through.
kind of leave it open for everyone else and just sort of usher them forward.
Thank you, Stan.
That was trippy.
You open the door and step back. No hallway this time. You step back into the VIP section. The door slams behind the four of you. The guy turns around, looks at all of your faces, and says, "Yep," and turns back to what he's doing and slams the door.
Going to go requisition 1,000 nuclear missiles and aim them at this place.
All right.
Now I understand why these humans drink and do drugs.
And you
on
turn
this
around
floor.
and you look at the door again, only now there's no door. It is just a wall.
Thanks for the tip, Chief. You have a good night. He walks right past the club owner and the girls and stuff.
Go back, get my gun
Drag.
back.
They hand you your gun back on your way
Walk out
down
so-
the stairs.
Walk outside.
I'm gonna
Once
wait
we're
for
all-
them to ask me whatever, because otherwise I imagine they're probably not even interested in what I have to say about any of that. So he's just kind of keeping it to himself, just keeping quiet, like smoking. It probably looks like he's talking to himself on the ride back home, but he's actually talking to Coyote. Like he's just like, so you never guess what I ran into today.
As soon as we step outside, Stans is going to do two things. He's going to turn to 57 and go make the call, and then he's going to turn to Walter and be like, "What did she say? What's up with her?"
He points to the
Perhaps-
car, like he's talking
perhaps-
there.
Perhaps, yes, we should go somewhere more private.
They know where we live.
I'm sure we have. I'm sure, out of character. I'm sure we have ways of ensuring private conversation from hypertech. Right?
So we're no longer in whatever
Plus,
you're
you're, standing,
standing
or-
at.
or-
plus you're
or
standing
Mag-
directly outside the door of the little club surrounded by humans.
Right. Right.
Talking about hypertech doesn't make it real for them, but still not
No.
mutual.
No.
That's for Stance. Like,
No.
getting in the car at least gets you away from all these people,
Got
these
it.
civilians.
Hmm.
The only non-civilian in that building, besides the secret agents, or even the
Right.
club owner, just a civilian.
Yeah.
Man. I
You
kind
go
of
to
want
the
to
car?
I kind of want to do something really bad to him.
Bad to who? The club owner?
Yeah.
You can,
Why?
but that would be unmutual
I don't
because he did
care
nothing to
anymore.
you.
Feeling
Yes,
Also,
feeling
he's just-
unmutual now, John?
What? He took your gun and gave it back? Like, oh god.
he's just generally a dick.
He's not a dick. He just said, "There's the door."
Yeah, he said,
Yeah.
"There's the door. Good luck."
I
Exactly.
think
That's a dick
John
move.
needs a
didn't have to.
Snickers.
That's a dick move. You didn't have to go through the door.
Which
I
Hey,
takes
this
think-
one
7.
pistol slap somebody.
I think John needs a Snickers snack because he's just not him when he's hungry. Please sponsor us. No.
I will eat one on camera. What the fuck? All right. He just waits to be back in the car, away from the civilians in the club, and he waits for everybody to be there before he starts, sharing what he's sort of gathered about Natalie, as it were.
You are now in the car.
Okay. Can we turn on the cone of silence?
I mean, how do you want to do that?
I mean, I want the get smart cone of silence.
Right.
It
How
didn't
you
work
want
out
Coyote
like
to
do
be
that.
that
there,
with
though.
your spheres?
So did we get the? So she has like a 75 spheres in mind.
Can I pause time?
No, not at 2 dots. But you can ward against other time magic, meaning if someone touches the car later, they can't see this scene inside of it playing back.
I'd do
That would
that.
be a good.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. He's gonna do time. Can I ward against correspondence like tampering?
Yes,
we
and
can-
that's probably the most important one.
okay.
Both of you roll Arete. Difficulty 4 for wards. 3 successes to get a nice solid multi-scene ward, or one scene lasting ward multi-turn.
3.
1.
Okay, keep going. You can go until either you botch or you succeed.
Five.
You're done.
I'm at
Going,
2.
John? Dance, your time shield is wildly effective.
Nice.
4 total.
Complete and stronger than you needed.
Okay.
That's 2. What about Walter and 57? There are other spheres one can ward against.
Spirit. Well, I put a spirit armor before we even walked into the room.
Spirit
know if
armor
that's
is not a
applicable or
ward
not.
against divination. That's a ward against damage.
Oh. So they can divine the trace
can't
of my spirit in this place?
No, they can't send spirits to spy on you.
Oh.
Okay, spirit ward then. So nobody's
So roll irritate, same as
listening
them. Difficulty 4, 3 successes.
4. Okay.
In your case, 57. You could make a physical shield with matter if you thought that mattered, or you could do something with
I got
light.
4
if you have a clever idea.
successes.
Okay,
Oh.
very strong spirit wards. So now you're warded against actual like spy cameras and audio discs and whatnot. Warded
We can
against
talk
spirits
now.
spying on you, and warded against reading time and reading this as the past.
Could I make us like? Can I create a ward with refracted light to make us seem invisible?
Yes,
Just like. Okay,
but that's
cool.
that's energy, not light. How many do you have in energy or forces? Energy. How many dots in forces?
None.
Anybody?
I need what?
Forces.
I got dimensional
Oh
science.
man, I got
Okay.
like 1 dot.
Forces
in
is what you.
forces.
Forces is what you need for invisibility. Is what you need for changing sound. 1 dot in forces would let you mute the sound, like a silence.
But,
Difficulty
could
will
I
be
not-
5, and you'll still need 3 successes.
Could I not use my nanobots and various optical fibers to bend light around the vehicle?
No. Forces 2 or life and matter 3 and 4. You can use other spheres to do effects, but it's always harder than the proper sphere.
What could I do with life, primal energy, and matter?
Primal energy, you can try to block pure magical scrying, like deviant scrying, by filling the air with static, as it were.
Okay, I'll do that.
Difficulty 4, roll irritate. Walter, you're good.
Cool.
0.
So 0 is not a botch; that's just a failure, which means you make no progress. But you have a total of 6 rolls before you fail.
0 again.
Fuck.
4 rolls.
No,
Negative
that's,
1.
not good. Maybe we want to spend
Did
willpower.
you set
or
the
something?
difficulty to 4?
Oh no, geez, the difficulty's 10.
Okay, start over.
Well then.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot more sense.
Like, damn, it's not.
That's
going
almost
well
not
for you.
mathematically possible.
Let's try this again, shall we? 3.
There we go. You're
That's
good
more.
on the first try.
Like it.
You're as shielded as you can be now. You could use
Yeah.
life to do something, but like wrap the car up in vines or something, but that would look weird. And you'd get paradox.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Or bugs. What
A
about bugs?
swarm of bugs. That is
Yeah.
not unheard of.
You could cover the car in a swarm of bugs, but that wouldn't cover anything that you haven't already covered with other words.
Oh,
Prime is more effective for you right now.
thanks.
John leans back. He puts a coyote on speaker on his phone, and he's like, "All right, we can talk now."
Do you want to make Coyote, make it so Coyote can talk to the party?
Or just listen in. If that's what she
Okay.
prefers to do.
She can do that. They can do that anytime they want. If you want them to talk, though, that's going to require a spell and cost you paradox.
Oh, okay. Maybe not that.
Because they don't believe in that, remember? Goddamn Technocracy.
Right.
But yeah, she can hear and talk to you.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
All right, so now they're all staring at you, Walter.
Yeah, I'm like driving, looking at him through the back
Yep.
to the river mirror.
The car's driving itself, so he's not breaking eye contact.
Natalie's not Natalie's what you would call a
The word pops into your head now that you're not in there anymore. Nephandi.
A what?
Is that the thing? That's the thing.
Thing.
That's the thing. She's a thing.
Nephandi. Nephantus.
Oh. Good news.
They're magic users. They're your kind of magic user, Eric. They represent the essence primordial. The primordial essence. You know how like
the
stasis,
building blocks of magic.
and Nephandis have one goal: to obliterate the entire Tellurian. Tellurian is everything. To bring the universe to nothing.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Everything she said makes so much more
To
sense.
become a Nephandis, one must travel the spiral maze to become Barabi, or be born with a twisted soul called a Witterslaint. Either way, that call, the inside of her soul, because it turned inside out by the most horrible experience one could possibly not imagine.
So
Willingly.
with my Nephandi taint, am I just at this point requisitioning 2,000 nukes and nuking that nightclub?
Wouldn't do any good, because that nightclub isn't where she is. It's an extra dimensional space. They were right about that. Nephandis are beyond just like, they're not Cthulhu monsters though, which is a common misconception for people who've read about them in this game. Nephandis is the closest thing there is to evil. They're sociopaths, yes. They're monstrous, yes. But like, there is nothing they won't do to achieve their goal, and usually the best way to undo the world is to remove the most important thing that drives humans forward. Hope. And to remove hope, you have to hurt someone in very bad ways. In very red-lined ways on consent forms. Very, very dark shit.
I guess I can try to explain it to you in the
So they're not like
easiest way
feet-on-desk
possible.
guy who likes to, use people as couches and cut their throats. It's not a comical evil. Dark evil. It's the kind of evil where you will encourage a man by whispering into his head with mine. Keep beating that woman down so her spirit is broken, so she breaks the spirit of her child by slapping him around, and they cycle is endless and ever until everyone loses hope. And when hope dies, we die. It's real dark. It's the ultimate supervillain.
She's an old husk, an old spirit. I guess the easiest way to put it is to say that it is the closest that any of you will ever come to a primal evil. Real evil. With a capital E.
Do I know what he's talking about?
You've been warned about, yes. So, remember how we talked about Technocracy 101 back in creation days when we find this data dump? And we were like,
sure.
Werewolves, Therianthropes, drive stance, Chris. Therianthropes, bad, capture for experimentation. Vampires, bad, capture for experimentation. Reality deviant mages, stop them where you can. If you can talk them down, fine, but convert them if you can, because they're mages. Awaken sparks, we can use that, right? That's how your orders are. This thing is bad, you should probably try to bring it to an example. Nephandis is on that list. Kill on sight, ask no questions. Do not interact. And most important of all, don't share magic with them. One looks at John.
Looks at John.
These things will,
Telepathic magic can infect you like a virus inside of you and start inverting your spheres.
they're probably the worst thing that you would probably come across in your time as a void engineer or whatever.
Yeah, you
Far
can't. You
beyond
can't.
our power.
You can't just shoot Nephandis. You can, but it's very rare that you walk in a room and sit down and talk to one. It's very rare. Normally, you only see the consequences of their vileness. You don't ever see them until they sneak up behind you and cut your throat.
So
You should probably be asking yourselves a lot of questions right now. Like, why they're in communication with somebody who borders around the Technocracy. The fact that this is a being of pure evil, and the Technocracy is working for them and doing its bidding, or inadvertently or inadvertently.
It's not that. They're using the Technocracy to do their bidding. That's what they're doing. And that's the corruption.
This might still seem weird to John because, again, it's been 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks you've learned that 2 secret organizations within the Technocracy are real. There's also an organization, apparently, that who you were based on worked with that works against the Technocracy by being double agents, and an actual honest-to-God Nephandi had lunch with you, had tea with you, and said, "Oh yeah, we've definitely infiltrated your organization. Now go back and do your job, or we'll hurt you. We'll hurt you the way we hurt people. You won't like it."
Like I said, you have a lot of questions you may want to ask yourself. I know I certainly do, since I've been inadvertently doing things to other spirits and things around me without much consent.
In your case, Walter, this Nephandi is mightily happy by the way you're apparently corrupting Coyote.
Yeah, because I'm associating myself with the Technocracy?
Apparently it's having some kind of effect on the spirit world through Coyote. Because your connection, your 5-dot connection to a powerful totem spirit that is ancient and wild, and you're making it less wild and more machine. Which means it's infecting everything around it like a virus, like she said. And it doesn't hang out with, unimportant dead humans and rabbit spirits. It hangs out with, like, Father Wolf. It hangs out with other powerful totems that it might be spreading that technology infection. Because of you!
Whatever she said we should do, we shouldn't do. We should literally do the exact opposite. Because whatever we're doing...
You still got still got those phone numbers for those sexy secret agents?
Hey, 57, can you make a phone call?
Sure, I can. It's more like a brain call, I guess.
Right. Make the call.
I've never done this before, so like, hello?
Is it me you're looking for?
57, I believe you have to go ring first.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome
John's
to
humor
Movie
chip
Show.
successful.
Ring. Did that
Hello.
work?
Are you reaching me? Hello.
Oh, it didn't work.
Did John tell us anything about his memories or his association or any of that?
Nope.
Deedle.
Well,
What are some other ringtones? Help me out here.
I mean, we jump straight to what she is to make the phone call. Do we want to go over what I?
Well, I'm sure she can sit there and make the phone call while you fill us in on your part if you want.
Okay, but I didn't want to talk over.
Nobody answers her, so she just sits there going, "Hello," while you're driving. So yes, John. You hear her making a variety of noises to keep interrupting you and making Walter laugh, though, like, "Ring." No, it didn't work. And then old-timey telephone noise. You don't know how she made that noise, but she did. Nope, that didn't work.
Does she make the modem noise too?
Yes, they make the modem noise.
The fuck is that?
But yes, John, feel free to speak your piece.
By the way, sorry.
Go ahead.
When 57 is replicating these noises, they're just sitting there with their mouth open, going.
Cycling
That's
through
creepy,
them
I
all.
That is
exactly how I
exactly what was in
imagined
my head.
Awesome. But no, yeah, I will definitely fill them in on the fact that they data dumped the entire history of the person I was cloned off of and what the 2 pieces of information I got off of them. So he discovered that they were infiltrated by something super evil and horrible and terrible, and joined up with super secret sexy agents and still died. Super died. Hella died. And then got recloned back into me.
Cool.
So more in character with that. So what I'm implying, of course, is that our association with the two others does not guarantee or even really bring that much faith into the fact that we can challenge her. This seems to be the exact same steps my previous version followed that led to just this.
Remember that
No.
noise those Nokias used to make when you push the button and it was the radio? Ever
Yes.
makes that noise after you say that, Steve. Carry on!
Yeah, but it seems we could piss her off real good by doing so. And that sounds okay in my book.
Are we trying to piss off the ancient evil, or are we trying to stop her?
Little column A, little column B, you know how it is.
I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
We use her very own tactic against her any way that we can.
Such as?
Overload the system that she's trying to create.
What system?
She's obviously working inside of systems to accelerate decay and destruction.
Right.
Right. I have a piece of her.
Uh-huh.
I copied a piece of her.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
You need to install a sarcasm chip, by the way.
Why?
Carry
By
on.
the way, I looked it up for stances, because Stance will want to know, especially in this scene. Nephandi, do you have a designation in the Technocracy handbook? H-skin. Holy shit, kill it now.
H skin?
Short for holy shit, kill it now. Not a joke.
Oh.
That's what it says in the book.
Well, now I feel bad I didn't kill it.
There's a busy tone coming out of 57's mouth.
We can test this first. I don't believe in rushing into anything too abrupt. We build a closed system, something that we can test on and see how she reacts. But if we have a copy, we can make a copy, and we can make a copy. What happens if we replicate her so many times and sick her back on herself?
Wait, you want to make more of her?
Yes.
Tyler's laugh was terrifying. Just gonna put that out there. And then also put it out there that there's the Frogger theme song coming out of 57's mouth.
This just keeps getting better.
John, I'm for it. I like crazy out of the box thinking.
I thank you, Stance. I really don't know how to react to your approval on anything.
I think
Actually,
Don't know how to react that you're in agreement.
I now think this is a terrible idea and refuse to participate. No,
well, we're going to do it anyway. So.
Actually, no. The truth is, John, you feel almost driven to do this.
Cool.
Wait, as if she wants it to happen?
This is in John's head. You don't have any idea this is happening. Like John, do you?
Yeah. Yes. This is what we should do.
But what if it's what she wants us to do, and that's exactly what she wants us to do, therefore we shouldn't do what she wants us to do?
And we sit in a room and we wait for her plan to happen anyway. Because we can say that about any plan we come up with.
Yeah, but I want to talk to the super sexy spies first.
At that point, you pull up to your apartment complex. And you're home.
As 57's getting out of the vehicle, the sounds of Pong are happening. Flip.
Some Best Buy guy, Geek Squad guy is coming out of the apartment. You wave at him. Fucking leave.
Whoa, wait, hold on. You can't just pass over that.
Right, you're going to throw that TV away. Because that's from her.
She promised you a new TV, yeah.
Nope, this is just a bad day for this guy. We gotta snatch him up.
I mean, you can kidnap the Best Buy guy, but I meant this happened out in front of the building in public, not inside. Like, you go to open the front door to the condominium complex, he's walking out. There are people in the parking lot. There's a doorman. There's people inside the complex at the office.
I take note of his truck number.
Done.
Where are we going?
Eidetic
home?
memory with mind that high. You're
We should be driving someplace else. We should be staying in a hotel. This is stupid. They want us at home.
Or
Stance is
Stan.
paranoid now. It's
Stan,
fucking amazing.
Stance, I have to ask you this follow-up question.
Yes.
Would running not be the exact thing she thinks we do and have every plan in regard to us running, and thus that would be the thing that she wants us to do?
No,
The-
because she
the
wants us to go
paranoia
home.
is-
No, Stance. She wants us to run.
No, she wants us to go home and keep fulfilling our destinies, which is apparently to end all life.
Right, but she doesn't think we're going to do. She thinks we're going to run, so her plan is for us to run.
You're throwing that TV away regardless.
Absolutely. Matter of
When
fact,
did we decide to throw away the TV? What is this nonsense?
You have a cell phone and
By
it
now?
can get YouTube.
By now, you've made it up to John's apartment. You open the door, and the two super spies are sitting on the couch.
Hey,
What, you
you're in
can't
my
answer the
seat. Get
phone?
out of it.
How did you?
We never told you it was a phone.
Oh.
Phone. What? You know what I mean.
We never
I
told
shoo
you
Timothy
it was
Dalton
two-way
off my side of the couch.
communication.
are they still wearing their shoes inside?
Yes, but their shoes are immaculately clean.
All right, just
Going
for
to ask
future
you to
reference, what's the sound that we need to use to get in contact with you? Is it Pong? Because I really like the Pong sound.
Like we said, she just has to think very hard that she wants us to be here.
Hey, but who exactly are you?
We told you.
No, but who are you?
Our
Hoo-hoo.
names?
Hoo-hoo.
Yes.
I'm Smith.
She's very hung
Mr.
up.
Smith.
57's very hung up on identity.
You're both Smith.
Yes.
Why? I'm.
They both look at John. He'd understand.
Right.
Look
Right.
at 57. It's a common name.
You can call me John, says Timothy Dalton. You can call me Jane. Charlie's there.
We have a John. Pick a different name.
Joe,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
Joe.
Joe.
Can you be Joe? Are you okay with you're Joe?
Shrugs.
Joe and Jane. All right. So we had a nice chat with the Nephandi. You apparently helped John.
Is
here in
that
the
what it
past.
was? They actually react to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
If what you mean is in a very old,
Dear God.
very evil
it-
spirit,
And,
then
it,
yeah.
and it'll let you leave?
Right, because we're fulfilling a destiny of some sort. Also, we need to throw away that TV. One moment. And he goes and picks up the TV, kicks it outside
can't
down the
fix it?
hallway.
The TV is attached to the wall very efficiently.
God damn it.
You're gonna need
Let's
tools.
go to my apartment across the hallway.
They shrug and follow you over to your apartment.
All right.
Dance's apartment is exactly what you're imagining. Get that out of the way.
Can I send my nanobots around to see if
Like,
the apartment is bugged?
yes, that would be one of your 4 uses.
Yay.
Which
I'm
apartment?
trying to get the billiards
John's or-
channel right now.
John's apartment or Stance's?
The one we'll be using for
You're in
speaking.
John's right now.
Okay, then John's at the moment.
It is bug free, and that is just a TV.
Oh,
It's also just a 90-inch plasma TV.
And she doesn't have to bug
Curved.
the apartment to listen in on us.
There's a real fancy here, Tiger, but can I get that billiards channel?
Yes, you can.
Oh, right. Like me and Walter are gone for like 10 minutes. Just totally forgot.
Look
Oh,
at this
shit,
fucking
right,
loser. Look what
you
he's gonna
guys.
do now.
John shoots the TV. It's also bulletproof. But
Yes!
the bullet ricochets and wings Walter, and you're like, fine, jeez. And you turn the TV off.
Finally got to shoot Walter.
God damn. You have to be a fucking Sony.
Honestly, at this point, like,
Charlize Theron looks at Timothy Dalton and is like, really, this is who we're recruiting?
what is your amazing course of action?
We already told you, we didn't lie. You work for us. And we work with... Okay, when you work with us, we work with you. We help you uncover any secrets you need uncovered. You help us infiltrate Technocracy. Find out which of the core are infected. Ultimately, find a way to remove them.
But what
You go back to work like it's normal. We can even arrange it so your next assignment is at Raxacidine. Wouldn't that be convenient?
It would be convenient. Or is that
That
exactly
spirit
what's
didn't
supposed
want
to
us
happen?
messing with that chemical company. Also, she apparently she works with somebody who gives orders to the Technocracy, not takes them.
Of course she does.
So whoever's
No
hired.
one with real power would reveal themselves to you.
So,
Probably part of their scare tactic. Show you a lackey who's more powerful than you and make you wonder who the real power is and what they can do.
It sounds like it's the top chain of your command is rotten.
So it's the top chain of yours.
I don't have an organization.
Yes, you do. I believe they're called
You know
Ghost
something
Wheel.
I don't? I don't belong to Ghost Wheel. Did
Yes,
you just
you
get
do.
off the bus?
Yes, you do. You might not think you do.
all right.
I don't work
let's
for
all-
anybody but myself.
All right. Nobody works for anybody. Everybody works for everybody. It's fine. That's not important. So, we need tactical nukes. We also need to get into Abraxacyanide. So,
We can help you with the second thing.
right. Not the first thing.
I
No.
don't think the first thing's gonna do much.
Nuclear weapons are abhorrent and an abomination. At least here on Earth.
Now, an EMP, however, would kill me.
Something tells me
It
we
probably
weren't on
would
Earth
shut
when
you
we were
down
talking to that
temporarily,
thing.
yes, but you're mostly biological. You'd reboot.
Yay.
Okay. So, great. We're gonna go look at a chemical company, and then also we need to apparently get to Seattle for her dude.
Remember,
You remembered.
once per session, both Ever and John, 57 and John, can ask for one memory or like one specific thing, and I'll tell you what your memory of that is, or a random memory. Yeah, if you want to say 57, do I remember where he lives or how to call him? I will give you an answer.
Yes.
Yes, you do think you could probably get in touch with him without having to drive across the country or teleport.
I like this plan. I wish to do this thing.
Right now?
Maybe after we figure out what we're doing.
Okay. Okay.
So,
So
Other
they're still
other-
waiting for you to say
So,
you're willing to work
well,
with us. You become
okay.
double agents. It's a yes or no
You're-
question.
you're both obviously very bad at picking up on what's happening here. We called you, you're in my apartment, we're asking what the next step is.
Yeah, they told you.
No.
The
you
next
said-
step is you agree to join
Go.
us. Then we formulate a plan. We don't make a plan with you if you're not with us.
I'm in.
Excellent. Timothy
Yeah,
Dalton
sure,
pulls out
whatever.
a weird-looking. Timothy Dalton pulls out a weird-looking phone and starts entering information.
he kind of mockingly says, gee, I don't know. I gotta talk to Ghost Wheel for permission. You have a minute? Oh, yeah, I don't
Okay.
care. That's right. I'll go ahead and do whatever.
I'm probably pulling a Sean paranoia thing here, but
That's what I want. I want you wildly paranoid. It's working.
no, that's fine. But their thing, we very obviously joined them. We called them here, asking for next steps. It's like, it's so clear.
They demand a
And
verbal agreement from
They demand
God.
a verbal agreement. I want to go back over them again. I want to re-examine them. Do they stand like Men in Black? Do they use the correct terminology?
They're not
like-
Men in Black.
They're unmutual.
Okay. Do they? Can I figure out if there's something that I know? Because who or what would demand an actual verbal agreement to the question? Are
From you?
with us?
Anyone who was not dumb.
Why?
Obviously, they're technocrats because they said they're double agents, which means they know how the New World Order works. Agreements mean nothing unless it's recorded. Then it means everything.
I'm beholden to an agreement if I say it out loud.
I'm in danger.
If you don't agree to the agreement out loud, they can't tell if you're lying or not. Innuendo doesn't mean shit.
Just whether you agree or not.
You gotta
So
look
you're
Charlie's in the
signing
face
name.
and say yes, and she'll know if you're lying.
You're signing the paper.
And she'll know if you're lying
Yeah,
or not
sure.
because the DM will ask the player if the character is lying or not.
Right.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Okay. So just so that the player, Steve, understands, this is a standard thing that would be done. This isn't like they're secretly vampires.
This
that need
is
an
something your
agreement.
boss would make you do, yes.
Okay.
They're secretly vampires.
Oh no, they're definitely
I mean-
not vampires. You'd have been able to tell that real easy with Life 4.
But I mean, just like
noticed.
that was a humorous, like, there's secretly something that requires verbal contracts. to
Oh.
Maybe
They're
changelings.
not
soul.
they're not deviants, they're technocrats.
Aw. Sad face.
They are not reality deviants. Only one of those in this room. And he seems awfully annoyed that they told him.
All three of them have said yes.
I don't know, did Stance say yes? I didn't hear Stance say yes.
Well, he would have gone like, oh, 57's in. Well, sure, why not?
Then yes. Which means at this point you could be like, all right, I'm gonna go have a smoke, and then you could run in and rat on everyone in the room. I
We're
laugh.
back.
I laugh, but this is John's defining moment. If he leaves right now, he can still be a loyal technocrat and turn all these assholes.
Good.
And yes, PvP is redlined, so you won't actually fight each other, but you can still go down that route without making you shoot each other.
Oh man, I was looking forward to John shooting at me again.
Knowing how important the verbalness of this is, but not wanting to give them that because asshole. I'll walk over to some stationery and a really obnoxious pendant set that I keep by the door. I'll rip off one piece of paper, I'll write something on it, fold it, put it in their jacket pocket, and then leave. And it just
Walter's just like, he stands up and he's just like,
What does it say?
says yes.
After you leave, Timothy Dalton pulls it out and opens it and says, DNA is better than verbal, and puts it in his pocket.
Oh no!
That's perfectly fine. I knew that was going to be the thing.
standing applause.
Right, so the next step is we arrange to make sure that your next mission is to Praxis Iodine. You go in, you complete the mission they give you.
The secret mission? Oh
But your
boy.
real mission is, of course, to find out what's inside that building.
Yes.
Ooh.
From now on, you don't go to special projects for weapons or requisitions. Come to us. We'll equip you. Well, what he says is, you call this number for special requisitions and secret project weapons instead of your normal number.
Do you accept email?
He also, no, text only. He also looks at Stance and says, also, when filing your paperwork, send it to this person, because you have enemies. I don't know what you did to that guy in intake, but man, pissed him off.
Oh yeah, the guy from
Intake.
Kevin or whatever.
Kevin.
Nathan? No.
Wasn't Kevin? I thought it was Kevin.
I thought it was
Celeste? No.
Oh, he's in character, right?
Who?
Just trust us. Turn your forms into this person. And then you remember that you already have to redo like basically every form you've ever done in triplicate, because that didn't go away.
Huh. Well, I have a late night ahead of me.
He looks at Charlize and nods, and she pulls out a phone, puts it on speaker, and she dials it. And are you back yet, John, by the way, or at least close enough to the outside door you can hear?
If you need me to be, sure.
Yeah. You're in the kitchen that you never use, and no one knows you're there because no one looks for you. And the phone rings, and you hear your supervisor answer, recognize his voice. And he says, he says a code number. She says a code number back. He says, go for control. She tells him, new mission orders incoming for the new recruits. And he says, acknowledge, send data. Pushes the button. Whoever these people are, they can order your boss around without any sign of hesitancy.
Well,
Because they're the ones working with the thing.
it's all a mind fuck. Now
Which
you
is
got
probably how you died, yeah.
Exactly.
Starting to make a whole lot of sense now.
Yep.
Do any of you ask that?
Yeah.
You're in now. Maybe they'll give you real answers.
So
Basically, the reason they needed verbal or written verification was because now you own each other. You know what they look like. You can turn them in. They know who you are. They can turn you in. So basically, double agents control each other with the threat of exposure. That's what's happening.
I have an actual question for them. Now that they've done that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Sean.
No, that was it. Oh, yeah. Dance, go.
do you know Natalie?
No, I don't recognize that name.
Can anyone
Looks at
sketch?
Charlize. Yeah, I know like 5 Natalies. Why?
Just like 12 years old?
I don't typically hang out with children. No. She's
Right,
very
nor do we,
confused.
but just say okay, anyway, right. So you're not double crossing us, this isn't triple cross, quadruple cross?
Would it matter what we said? But no, we're not. But does it matter if we say it?
No, I mean, as long as you get me cool shit, I don't think I care at this point.
They look at you,
I'm in it
John.
for the gadgets. I'm in it for the cigarettes.
Okay, so here's what I need to happen. I'm in the other room. Can I pull out some sort of device that we have that is its own internal system that doesn't run on the internet or connect to anything else? It's just a completely isolated thing that I can upload something into.
Yes, you're very paranoid before this. You would have that.
Okay, this is just a thing I can put information into. It is a dead zone, though. It cannot get out or go anywhere.
It's a Palm Pilot.
Cool.
Internet doesn't even work on it if it ever does.
Can I get? I understand that it's going to stay in there and fuck with me. Can I get that thing out into this Palm Pilot?
Oh, you mean
The data that I
copy process. Yes.
the data that I clipped.
I won't make you roll for that at this point.
Okay, so here's the way that I need this thing to play out. I want to put that data in there. Take as long as it needs to. Don't let them leave though. But once I've got that in there, can I reconstruct her face?
Like
yeah,
an
but it can't
Assy?
be a Palm Pilot. So it's a more modern phone that you tore all of the internet parts out of. We'll say yes.
Okay.
It's
a Technocracy Palm Pilot.
Yes. That you modified so
Nailed
it's
it.
not spied on.
And you know what? I don't even care. It could be an old Palm Pilot and her face is like dot matrix for all I care. Like,
Assy, you
You,
use the Assy code?
download the file to it, and it just says anima.dat, and the file is 15 terabytes. Like, how is the phone holding? I don't care.
Wow.
That makes
So-
sense.
Powered by Radio Shack.
so I'm gonna start that process that I chatted you and that I've ran over with them, seeing what happens with that replicating itself in that system. But I also want to walk up and I say, forget Natalie. Do you know this person?
Blank stares, no rolls necessary, not lying. Never seen that girl before.
Perfect. Thank you. One more question. Just one more question.
Good
And I
job,
look-
Columbo.
And I look thank you. And I want to take off the glasses,
Okay.
look them in the eye.
Ugh, terrifying.
Yeah, dead eyes, weird ass face. How did I die?
So, you want them to answer, or do you want your next week's memory right now and not get one next week?
We can.
Because the memory would be more reliable, but they can also tell you if you want to hear it from them. Or
And
both
both.
and make them compare.
Both to compare is
Both to
what I
compare.
said. That's
Okay.
badass.
But or we can wait till next week because I know we're closing in on time.
Well, their summary is short. It will match your memory, and I'll give you the full details next week. Memory. There's some
Okay.
parts I gotta write out still, but
So yeah, I will take off my glasses, stare at them, and say, "How did I die?"
Charlize gets a sad look on her face and says, "You were with me. We were on a mission. We both relied on the wrong person. Danger sent us out. Can't believe I'm preaching back to that part of Technocracy, but it still exists. So, Danger sent us out on a Priority 1 mission. Decided to rely on a contact. Contact betrayed us. We were both killed, but I was backed up. You weren't. You refused to ever let yourself be backed up. So you wanted to be a copy." He makes an even sadder face and puts an hand on your shoulder. You remember the name Danger. John Danger. The most infamous double agent in Technocracy.
I thought you were gonna say the most infamous John in Technocracy history.
It's actually Danger. Like it has the two dots over the.
It's not Steve's character. Your
They keep
previous
saying
name wasn't
Danger.
John.
What is wrong with
Your
people?
previous name was Walter Smith.
Ah,
And don't ever tell the actual Walter that.
Walter's
brothers.
too busy watching Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, they're telling you the truth. You remember the details of that mission.
so hold on.
Basically,
So-
your smoking man turned on you.
right.
Yeah.
He died, you died, Charlie Theron died, everybody died. Except the
But
snipers.
But she backed herself up willingly.
And you never wanted to be cloned. Apparently you're living
Hmm.
the worst possible nightmare now.
Cool.
Oh man.
Dun, dun,
Oh, man.
dun.
After that, they give you contact numbers for them. For, how to get around inside the Technocracy and work with their people. And then you had a very long, exhausting day. You'd all decide to go to sleep. And you all wake up in the middle of the night with that horrible urge to pee. You all sit up and realize you're not in your bed. In this empty black space. You're all there looking at each other.
Oh.
And you're like, huh.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I pull my pants
John-
off and
John-
go urinate anyway.
John, well, first, John immediately says, "This is a dream. We are not awake." Now, Walter, you figured that out when you tried to pee and can't because you have the urge, but you don't actually pee.
Oh shit, I'm getting
But he
old.
pees in bed.
You hear Natalie's voice
My
saying,
prostate
"I
checked."
warned you. Now I have to punish you."
Isn't this punishment enough?
And that's where we
I
pause
can't
until
pee.
next Monday.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I warned you.
I
Well-
warned
How did she know?
It's
We were so
nice.
careful.
you. It's not nice for toys not to do what they're told.
Well, yes, you were very, very careful. You super protected that car in every way possible. Not John's apartment. You swept it for bugs and did no spells. No spells don't move. Everything that happened in John's apartment, with the exception of whatever shields those two agents were running, was unfair. I'm paranoid enough.
Huh. Great.
I thought you loved us.
I do.
Who
Natalie
was under
doesn't.
their thing?
What?
The two agents that you said that were under their control? Who were you talking about?
I said Charlize Theron and Matthew and Timothy Dalton had shields, but not. They can only do so much.
Oh, okay.
You will easily be able to figure out that she used mundane magic too, like deviant magic, not type protection.
Oh, cool. All right, kindred spirits, sort of.
Yeah, Nephandis don't use type protect generally. Okay. Stance, who's your favorite and why?
Can I vote for Natalie? Not that
She's
she's
cool.
my favorite. She's my least favorite. But she, like,
If you hate
because
the villain's done right.
but then
Yeah.
Natalie wants me to vote for everybody, so I want to vote for Natalie,
Doing the inverse. I see what you did there.
right? Nailed it. I'm going to go with 57 for Frogger.
Okay. Yes. Excellent. For anyone watching who doesn't know, we vote for our favorites at the end of every session, and you can either get a half an XP for it, or one free dice to any roll, including spells in any session. Walter's building up quite the pile of those. Speaking of which, Walter, who and why?
Sean for the "we're out of here" line. That
57.
one got me.
Oh. I'm gonna vote for Walter because the sass is so damn strong.
The sass.
And
is-
John.
Oh gosh, I literally just blanked on like everything. Sorry, it's been a very
Natalie,
long
2020.
day for me. Right?
Over now.
Oh my god. I'm gonna vote for 57. Yes, because the amazing phone calls.
The phone sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, because the phone calls didn't happen, but the sounds sure did.
Note to players. You've made it past the reveal all of the information phase. We're entering a new phase next week. You can spend your XP.
Oh
Yay.
shit. Okay.
How much
Speaking
did we
of
get
which-
tonight?
Wait, I can spend
Free.
it now?
Yeah, anytime between now and next Monday, or after. They've free for tonight.
13 XP. Nice.
Wait,
Cool.
we get 13
You
XP?
get 3 for tonight. Eric's saying he's got.
I'm at 13.
Oh, gotcha. Where am I?
What's everyone at, out of curiosity?
18.
Yeah, I'm at 18 apparently.
Yeah.
I'm at 17.
Walter doesn't ever take bonuses. That's why he takes the dice. Someday, when it's a game-ending spell, he's gonna roll like 20 for his Arete. It's gonna be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Hey, I always take the bonus dice over the XP
Mhm.
if possible.
right. Yeah.
Because I roll like shit.
Well, fellow agents, it looks like the power packs are running low, and our Amalgam must return to the construct to recharge. We've reached the end of this session, but have no fear. This game continues every week right here at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern every Monday. Tune in next week to help bring the world to its Fellow Agents of Enlightenment, tell us what you're up to after this week. What cool things can they watch you doing?
At Space Lord PJ's needs to build a war machine so that we can use it on Thursday for our hell ride. So yeah, looking forward to that. Wednesday is our final. No, there's two more left, right?
Wednesday is the finale of They Came From Beyond the Grave, and the Kickstarter ends on Thursday.
Oh wow, okay.
Next week is Hunter on Wednesday.
Cool. Then I won't be around Friday, so Steve's apparently going to kill the Siberian. So
Pizza.
Right. Yeah.
It's apocalypse.
It's apocalypse. There we go. Pizza apocalypse. Yep.
A pizza lips. He's just gonna turn into a giant tiger pizza.
He'd be happy with that. He'd eat himself.
Yeah.
Pepperonis for eyes, like some banana peppers for teeth.
Go the way of Pizza the Hut. Blessed be his name.
I love this. I love it.
Funny story. I read that there is a pizza pepperoni shortage now because
there is, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course there is. It's 2020. Yep. What are you gonna do?
Well, because of 2020 being 2020, there is a pepperoni shortage.
That's
naturally.
Okay, so we've got a toilet paper shortage, a coin shortage, we've got a Dr. Pepper shortage, and now we've got a pepperoni shortage.
Yes, a lot of shortages this year.
All of these things are circle shaped. It's intentional.
And that does make a lot of sense because of the O's in 2020.
Removing the hope of circles.
The circling the drain. Yes. Now you're getting it.
Oh, good lord. And the virus is a circle shape.
That is all.
So before I break my own brain, I'm just gonna let you know that I'll be here Wednesday for the final installment of They Came From Beyond the Grave. And I sketched 57.
All right, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Put it on the website.
I will eventually. I like posting Sean and Eric's art much more than my own. But yeah. So, and then I will be haunting the chat on Thursday evening and Friday evening because it's what I do. The end.
Awesome.
Animal Crossing. The end.
Animal Crossing. The end.
Steve.
Yes, Steve. You can find me on the internet once again at Voodoo Arcade. Find me here on Wednesday, finale from Beyond the Grave. Thursday, Who Will Live, Who Will Die, Whose Soul Will Be Sucked Into Hell World. Yes, all those good things. Definitely not the guy who talks to spirits and ghosts. He'll be fine. Thursday, we are going to go to hell. And Friday, we wrap up Mutants and Masterminds. Finish that up with its epic conclusion, Sans the Siberian. And next week, tune in Friday as we begin our adventures into Hyboria. Am I getting that word right? Yes. Yes. I know Conan, guys. I promise. I'm just very tired. Okay.
I promise. Oh, man.
Yes,
we'll be adventuring in an age undreamed
of.
When the oceans drank Atlantis.
Let me tell you of the times of high adventure.
Dun 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 dun. Okay.
Yes.
You can find me on Twitter at Maron Recluse, and I'll be putzing around here doing some artwork, and I'll be back on Monday for more Mage, and then I will be joining these guys in the Conaning.
Awesome. I myself and in all of our games, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Come see us for more awesome adventures and terrifying tales. And remember, follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube for the archives, check out our Patreon, and come hang out with us on our Discord. Your support helps us keep this going. So until Wednesday, when you're all going to come watch the finale, They Came From Beyond the Grave.